Alors, ouais, je suis un peu haut. Voilà, c'est mieux. Alors. On est aujourd'hui pour analyser le BO5 de Eternal Fire. Ouais, non, Vita Heretics. Heretics a gagné. Le split 1. Patch. Voilà, début.
He must have seen something here that they know they can exploit, or are at least looking forward to it. But either way, today NBA will be crowning a new champion. Is Los Niños going to prevail as the darlings of the league, or is Vitality finally
Faut le
too
mettre.
strong to be stopped in their
Hop,
tracks? Haven is where this
voilà.
journey will.
Man who's had his ups and downs. More so, slowly stepping out.
C'est vrai que. Attends, c'est vrai que c'est la première fois que je fais une. Donc ça peut être catastrophique. Mais j'espère que ça ne va pas être. Alors. On commence par le premier round. Là il y a Vita. Agresse le mid directement. 4. Ça joue retake sur les deux extrémités. Ça va juste. Ça lag. Ça la freeze. Pas de problème là. Bon, pas grave. Comment commencer? C'est horrible. Mais voici. En vrai, l'exec est marrant. Mais c'est un peu dangereux en vrai. Là, heureusement qu'il n'y a que d'RK. Très beau stun de Cauchemaras. Et la reveal derrière. Donc. Bon. La Viper a mis son call, sa bubble mid directement. Directement sa bubble mid Benji. C'est vrai qu'on n'a pas trop parlé des... Trop des compos. Et Heretics joue avec la Sage. Bon, je crois qu'il va faire tellement de moves. Avec la... Ah voilà, premier move. Cauchemaras va sur le wall de stage. Il le casse pas, va se faire repérer sur le wall. Et là il pique, et kill. Et double kill. Là c'est même fini. Hein. Et même là le wall tape. Un petit gap pour pique. Mais ils peuvent pas traverser le wall quand même. Le premier round très intéressant. Heretics en vrai. Hein. Alors. Là, c'était quand mais c'est sûrement contre Vampi A en défense en écho plutôt. Il avait flash mid sur le A main et Fnatic ont totalement redirigé vers le B. Je sais pas si c'était contre Liquid mais Et ils avaient redirigé sur le B. Et il y avait 4 mecs en B. À tout moment, sur ce BO, c'est vraiment marrant.
Right now, big investment from the attack and an opportunity if Vitality can find a couple of kills to make it costly. To be fair, Heretics are moving towards the numbers, towards the stack.
Cool d'un côté, on voit la smoke fait un peu, vu que c'est classique. Yampi essaye un move avec une flash, mais il y a beaucoup de sneaky plays. Yampi traverse avec une flash, il y a deux qui traversent dans la bubble, en angle un peu particulier, donc... En vrai, très bon écho, hein, cette addition. Très bon écho, hein. Il fait 3 armes. À la pluie. C'est vrai que ça lui fait un petit corner. Hein. Avec le wall de stage et le Viper, corner. Très bien.
We're talking about a guy who went 26 and 8. I think the only player that I can think of in recent times is Rienz, who also on this.
Alors, ça part en contrôle. Hein. Ouais, ils prennent la zone en A. Benji gagne son V1 contre Perké. Très classique, ouais. Là, la Viper a mis son wall mid, sa bubble mid. Elle a pas encore mis son wall. Mais... Donc ils savent pas si plus jouer le A, vont jouer le A ou le B. Là, vu que c'est une Viper, ça vraiment mettre son wall là en dernier moment. Ils vont se diriger en A. Rapide derrière, un drone, avec Yampi. Mauvaise shock dart. Et Yampi est Prophet qui tienne. Mais il arrive à faire tous les kills. Il y a un raise. Benji est sur son wall. J'essaie de voir, mais là ils font double kill. Yampi, triple kill même. Là, sûrement il peut voir au-dessus de la pyramide. Trophée. C'est Benji. Mérite. Ouah. Ou reste que je m'arrasse et après il tue. Et quoi il... Ah bah ouais, la ligne. Juste envie de lancer Valo. Envie de lancer Valo. Il y aura beaucoup à foutre. Tac. C'est bon. Le wall est assez... Prise. Oula,
Et
frère.
le bouclier, ne
Voir
l'oubliez
sûrement.
pas.
Beaucoup la regarde. C'est très intéressant.
Je calmerai cette tourmente
Donc il y a une
par
personne
les flammes si nécessaire.
pas trop attirée par son gameplay, mais
Mon ultime est prêt.
bravo, t'as gagné. Ok. Alors. Après ça.
Mur en place.
À tout moment, et tu vois un peu
Ici.
cool et de voir, mais.
Mur en place.
Comme ça. Ça te fait pas passer. Un petit gap.
Repliez-vous.
On peut aller dessus. On peut aller dessus en sauce crouch. Crouch, on peut aller dessus. Marrant. Alors. La game.
Defenders looked to give the round to Vitality, but how quickly that has
Un
fallen
petit peu.
apart. Benji Fishy with a triple kill locks down that plant, and now we're in a 3v1 post plant.
En vrai, Benji.
Crazy round for
Oh, c'est
Heretics,
ça.
and if they can lock
Big
this one in, a
Bravo.
huge advantage in the early stages of their opponent's map pick.
Benji fait que backside et
Always good for big moments, big rounds, but
réponse.
they're able to isolate angles again with that wall.
Pas toi.
Viper screen as well, making things awkward, and they've already spotted him on the reposition first. Not bad for the instant
Pas de-
trade out from Kochmaris. Keeps on the desk, but I guess it technically was on the stage.
Vous voyez pas. Là, je suis. Mais on.
By Mini, it's the
Ah, vous
value
voyez.
of sort of the double ban and going into the picks.
Là, on y croit, tu vois,
And for
que ça va
Vitality, I think
gagner.
it's
Et ouais, t'as.
clear that the third map in this series is their best.
Ouais, fait.
The thing that worries me about
Un
this
peu.
though is that
Voir un
if there's probably one team, maybe other than Eternal Fire, who I don't want to give momentum to,
Yep.
it is Team
Je dirais que c'est fait
Heretics,
exprès,
and this is a map that
Là, en 3 rounds, on a.
it was already mentioned, they won 13-1 against Foot. They've proven that they can be stellar, especially
Là,
getting
je
start
comprends
on this
pas
attack
trop. Ah,
side.
mais c'est ça que je parlais.
Sure, like you have
Bah, c'est
a
sur
good
le
map
Vita
coming up as
Vs.
a third, but I don't know, if you end up going 2-0 down in this series, I
Comment
don't know if
là, je
Vitality will
pense
bring it
la
back.
pression.
And it looks like Heretics are already having fun. You saw that wall go up from Boo, Benji on top of it. It's how he's able to find that his
Yes,
second kill in
got
the
it.
round, but his opening was disgusting on the walk up on mid.
Dans des
And his
positions
closer,
de
a
fou.
quick adjustment to drop
ça va mettre une
Sayonara on the
flash sur le
bridge.
pas.
It was a clean round from Heretics, but you have to give Benji his flowers for it. And a 3-0 position now into pistols, it's no surprise to see them taking this one slow. You hope that Vitality get impatient,
Il y avait de
they
la,
push
ils
for
mettent de la pression.
information,
Ah,
they walk into your
Gobet.
rifles, and you get the advantage. When that doesn't happen, all
Et
you can really
malheureusement,
do is lean
ça
on
c'est
some
pas
blind
le faire.
hope.
Ouais.
We saw them push into the A side. It
Ils ont
was a
pris de la
stack that they
pression.
ran into. This time it looks like we'll have a bit of a fake play out.
Il a
They
retiré.
were going to send
Là, ils sont à 37 secondes. Deux extrémités différentes.
Woot and Benji towards the A site. Viper wall should go up here,
Ah,
and that's going to
Viper
draw
wall.
the eye. Will it draw the rotations,
Same
though?
move.
I mean, the knife's only seen two. It
Et
might
le. Là. Et eux, ils repèrent deux personnes. Le Chamber. Pas si crédible que.
be enough, but you can
Oh.
see they're suspicious. Chronicle's sticking on B. There's still 4 players
Et là, bah, ils sont dans un piège. C'est-à-dire qu'il met un nice shot, mais... Les Profex fait 2 kills avec ça. Et ils sont trop loin. Même s'ils ont fait le kill sur Yampi, et vous, ils sont trop loin. Ils sont tellement loin là.
10 seconds left. Spike plant not happening,
Le
but he's in
Profec
the
a fait
corner.
2 kills,
And actually,
Derke en a
he just
fait 1.
waits. Benji runs through. The back he finds another victim. And all he has to do at this stage is survive. And he will.
Okay, cool.
A Red Bull clutch. Perfect.
Et Yampi
With a
et
bucky
Tranquil
triple
qui sont
kill.
donnés
And
pour
yes,
que...
Mitch, it's already
qu'on
got
fasse...
weird.
And you can see the idea, right? Heretics have gone A 3 rounds in a row. That's been where they put the pressure. Now they pump the brakes, late round, put the wall up, send 2 players there, even get seen by the knife. I mean, why wouldn't that look like another hit of the A side? And to the defender. But because it's a low buy, you can take those risks. If you start to rotate now, you're not going to get there.
Faire le fake à 30 secondes.
And maybe they even have a read of what's going on the other side of the stage. They blindly, indeed, run into that stack. This time, Vitality, the ones able to claim victory from that chaos. Is this the way back in for them? It looked like a very strong start from Heretics, but that round loss could undo it all. Luckily, they've still got the credits to fight for this one.
Operator purchased up as well for Durka. Now he is one of the only players that is vulnerable to the Outlaw on the other side. A couple of ultimates.
Yampi tient un de ses leaders, donne vraiment. Là, il casse le drone.
Available for this attack as well, so they're not out of it just yet. And a swing in, that's already an instant pickup.
C'est donne un petit peu néglige.
The other of the 2 players that actually did have the light shields was Yampi. And from the elation of winning a round off the back of a Bucky to now being a man down once again. Those openings have not been going Vitality's way.
No, they haven't. It seems to be an across-the-board problem as well. Heretics are finding so much value, whether it be poking through that mid-space, through that A space. But what has happened in the late rounds is that Vitality have had the numbers in the right spot. We're going on more than half the rounds with this one included. And now the B site, 3 players in position, stacked up and ready, but the Hunter's Fury, it deals damage to start. It will take down Chronicle. Koshmaras with half the rounds with this one included. And now the B site, 3 players in position, stacked.
Il permet vraiment de bien. Après, bah là, et ça reprend avec lui. Arbor. Fait un kill. Et rien. Bien resté dans le main. Et un kill. Trade même. Et cauchemar avec. Il y a quand même le wall. Vraiment faire elbow, backside.
Kill here could go very quickly wrong for Heretics, but that wall up may just have forced the save out of Durka. Lights out start
as well. We've seen that
save. C'est normal.
And they've used
no.
Around that operator.
En vrai, les execs sont
might not even be a buy.
They're panicking and like doing some random shit, you know?
Something.
Regionally, that's going to be nice.
The fact that it's not like this is where all the eggs are put into one basket for Vitality. They have Pearl coming up later, which we expect to be an even stronger map for many teams. Maybe it would have been the one that they picked first coming into this. But if Vitality's idea was to, come in with a less strong map and have a good performance, really get the ball rolling, it hasn't worked so far. This is where that could change, though. Up in the hands of Durka is the main hope of this round. A rifle for Profek, and he was offered the fight early. But the Jet of Durka not able to connect the shot. And now they might be a bit more hesitant to give him
J'adore les
another
flashs de Yampi.
cherry. In fact, no, they're not. They're running
même pas pour se battre.
The flash caught so many they thought they were dead. Instead, he may be full blind, but it doesn't matter for Koshmaras.
Là, ils mettent en... Puis ça, il n'y avait pas le gap là. Ah, le petit gap. Yep.
It's his target. Unfortunately, that leaves them out of the side. In quite an aggressive position. Just sitting up front. He's going to catch up Profek. That's a gun onto the deck, which maybe Chronicle can retrieve, but they are losing personnel to man those guns and almost hoping that Dirk can find one on the cross. He's also got to start making the decision of, okay, if we're not going to win this round, do I want an operator next round?
I think the answer is yes. He's running for the hills or maybe
specifically save et que ça une aura... Soit prenne une arme, soit fasse un petit kill, mais...
Heretics maybe...
Quoi? Oui. Oui, ok. Déjà mangé.
Too far away to contest this further. Pistol to be dropped. Those two weapons will be saved over for the defensive side. It is a small consolation prize, considering there are 4 Heretics. Where are...
Like, we've seen 2 sides to the Vitality Breeze. The one that came out versus Fnatic, where Durka was utterly dominating. I think the best individual performance, maybe from even anyone this stage. 392 ACS,
we have the control again.
259 ADR, it was insane. But then there's the other side of the coin when they played it's definitely not been dominant for them, whereas for Heretics, a 13-1 and a 13-4. This is a great... you almost think they might have chosen this first if they had the choice.
Yeah, maybe they had veto advantage.
For them, whereas for Heretics... But then there's the other side of the coin when they played against BBL, which was where we literally saw their coaching staff snap.
Oh, celle-là. C'est marrant. Allez, line-up. Une line-up. À peu près où? Pas faux.
Ici.
On va voir le vidéo. Je crois pas que c'est ça. C'est quoi la line-up? Voilà. Mais c'est peut-être... Totalement par la fenêtre. Totalement par la fenêtre. Okay. Pas la meilleure. C'est pas tout.
Because of how badly it went. So it's definitely not been dominant for them, whereas for Heretics, a 13-1 and a 13-4. This is a great... you almost think they might have chosen this first if they had the choice.
Yeah, maybe they had veto advantage. Throw everything we know out the window. Playing mind games, controlling Vitality. I don't know how they've ended up here, but if you're a Heretics fan, you're certainly happy to see how things are playing out so far. Round 7, rifles up across the board. Ults online as well, one away from Viper's Pit on Chronicle. Yumpy and Sayo already have theirs. This is a big turning point round for Vitality, or at least it has to be. And it starts with the op of Durka. Fortunately, that one kill is all he's going to get. Koshmaris has been on his case.
Yeah, I don't think the head-to-head is going to be particularly kind to Durka in that one, and especially the manner in which Koshmaris has just been taking space into sights. In this case, not so much, but...
And a res as well. Did they Hunter's Fury off this? Sayonara's looking in the right direction. This might be an immediate Hunter's Fury reaction, and it looks like it is. Tag going to be found. Oh, following up, he'll just about miss him. Woot survives and the heal comes through. That's another ult bled from Vitality.
Ah, that's got to be so tilting. Like you've just wasted it in a scenario where you think you've got a guaranteed kill, and instead you're now a man down. Good timing of the ult though coming out from Yumpy. This has taken a lot of time. 15 seconds about to be coming in on the count, and they don't have any utility. You can't even quickly move into space with Koshmaris, and they are being shut down because of it. Leaving a couple at the back of the site. They need to kill Yumpy immediately, and they have done, but they didn't get the spike in time. And Chronicle's going to win just sitting on the beach, all the way back in spawn.
It's been flash in the pan rounds. For Era has been so slow, the margin.
Pas besoin. En fait, oui.
Where's the repeatable wins?
Yeah, ouais, on va.
Oh, operator was kept.
Even when they've run into the numbers, their round success. Yeah. In pretty much every.
Regardez. Allez. À droite peut-être. À droite. Ça c'est la bonne rue. Mais il a l'air vu que je passe. Je joue passé. Là est mieux. Dans le backside. C'est. C'est à côté du cadre. Bon. Ah, clair-obscur. Ah, clair-obscur.
In the final day of the stage 1.
Is it almost
today?
Good going into this grand finals.
Stage when you go to like
mind games.
Ah voilà, juste après.
Oh, and it's a clean.
Of course, in the
in pretty much every round, even when they ran into the numbers. So for Vitality, sure, it works, but where's the repeatable wins?
Yeah. Oh, operator was kept.
Y'a pas d'eau?
Where's the repeatable wins?
Pas d'eau?
Oh, operator was kept. Already, that's a huge start. Getting rid of Koshmaris. Of course, in the last round, he got wrecked by the null command. no speed, and things become a little bit more difficult. Even still, though, they're into the post plant. No ultimates to play with. Viper's Pit could potentially be used to try and pick up some space, but the position that Chronicle's in, unlikely by the null command.
So for Vitality, sure, it works, but where's the repeatable wins?
Yeah. Oh, Operator was kept. And already, that's a huge start. Getting rid of Koshmaris. Of course, in the last round, he got wrecked by the null command. No speed, and things become a little bit more difficult. Even still, though, they're into the post plant. No ultimates to play with. Viper's Pit could potentially be used to try and pick up some space, but the position that Chronicle's in, unlikely. And this still is very dangerous for Vitality.
By a bit more time as Yumpy realizes the trap is behind, but look who's bypassed it. Durka and Chronicle went through the elbow, so they get to stab in the back. Blade Storm out, and it's a clean kill for Durka. 3. On the board for Vitality, the clean kill.
Playing off as well. It's kind of now diminished. The port is coming off the back of it as well by Vitality than a lot of the other rounds, and maybe Rians' sort of point of them panicking is kind of now diminished. The pause making a difference, but even still, we're currently sat on both teams' favored sides.
Okay, the retakes actually looking juicy. Yeah, so do we think it's better leaving?
Oh, you can't do that to us.
Thought we were getting some secrets.
About to learn something.
Now all I know is the retake looks juicy, and I don't know, I feel like I could tell that on my own. Pace change, though. Operator in hand again for Durka, but so much pressure being put on him. Koshmaris didn't see him up top, and that's a nice free kill. An attempt to trade it, walks straight into Chronicle.
Now what do you do for Heretics? They have to fight for this backside control, but you're running into an off of Durka, and Chronicle finally out of ammo, though he'll be caught off, and of course there's players there to fill in the gaps. Vitality had gone from picking up breadcrumbs to a feast on this defensive side.
He was patient, and then you could see the trickle effect of everybody. See. Of my life just to be able to go to these events, but it's all even on a
after this one, but it is with you after a lot of players, and I think that's just when you feel like you haven't met your goal. When you were in your grand final, several grand finals that close to your goal, and it slips through your grasp, it definitely does start to create a cloud that follows you. Very, very gray one, but Heretics have always done well with dealing with the mental side of the game. Time to put more rounds up, though. 5-1 lead has been challenged, but Heretics have always done well with dealing with the mental side of the game. Time to put more rounds up, though. 5-1 lead has been challenged. Koshmaris, even though he gets the opening, Durka trades it. A straight spam through the wall with the op, and now we're back to a 4v4. Benji's gonna have to use that pit. And then, you know, as soon as he does that, Durka's chance of impact plummets.
I am looking, though, at the Reckoning online. A chance to make things a lot more awkward for the players within an aggressive position from Woot. Bucky's actually going to be the one to get the kill. I've seen far too many Bucky kills in this game. Scoreboard.
Even those early... And that's the difference. He's found success, and they build on that success flawlessly. But what about when there is a flaw? Then all the screws start to come loose as Woot now finds himself surrounded. In goes the drone, and he is dead to rights, even with the res. That's more targets for Yumpy. He's found another, and the advantage sits with the defense. Woot now finds himself surrounded. He's found... If it works, it works. 6-4, 2 rounds left to play with Vitality bleeding almost down to just one, but Koshmaris is dealt with, and that's the difference. He's found success, and they build on that success flawlessly. But what about when there is a flaw? Then all the screws start to come loose as Woot now finds himself surrounded. In goes the drone, and he is dead to rights, even with the res. That's more targets for Yumpy. He's found another, and the advantage sits with the defense.
And unfortunately for Boo, all he's really done is ruin Koshmaris' KD.
They didn't see Sayo.
Dying twice. Sayonara in the corner, and okay! Boo was very well prepared for that one. Leaves it back into a 2 versus 2. Boo with another. The IGL trying to take this over himself, leaving Chronicle to try and clutch. And it seems like there's been opportunities. They're lining up, but he just can't get the kill. Like,
locked in. They add up the numbers, they find the right answer. And that flash does not quite go the way it's intended. Now posted on the angle is Woot instead, and Durka still walks into it. That's why you wanted the flash, to push that man back, but give him the time to readjust, to reset up. You're not getting back out there. It's another early advantage for Heretics.
Yeah, the flash is mental. Woot posted on the angle. 2 players already have rotated in towards this B site, and it seems like Yumpy on the other side of the map is already having ideas of where this is going to be going. Mainly because of how aggressive Prophet has been able to get into A main. He's got eyes that nobody's there. Drone spotted. Sayonara in real trouble. They know exactly where he is. Revealed at the back. Gives a further advantage, but this time Koshmaris has been shot down! And Chronicle, just like that, flips the round. A 2v2. They're going to know that there's one within the site, but the second still unknown. Woot's position hasn't been seen, hasn't been spotted, and Boo's just going to try and get up close. In fact, he's playing right around the edge of the wall. Here's that second flash, both now being used. That utility has faded away for the side of Vitality, but the reposition from Prophet, that gives an opportunity, that gives some time. But actually, his opponent is sat within his own utility. In fact, both of them are. They are just waiting within the cove, and they're checking every angle. Eventually, they'll spot one, but they baited! Turning it back into a 1 versus 1. That cove is eventually going to fade away, and he needs to find the shot. Needs to try and get this kill instead. He's just trying to stick it in front of his eyes! That's madness from...
Utility is the game. In 7-5 at the half. Already shaping up to be one hell of a final. Plenty more coming after the break, but before we go there, well, you know both of these teams are going to be making their way to London. So in case
in the corner, and London has any. So you on under. Come.
We'll talk a little bit more to scan that QR code and get your tickets. They're out now. Get them all stocks last. 7-5 is where we left you. Team Heretics on the defensive side now, and it has been quite a start. They went 5-1 up in the previous half. The Vitality caught up, and now they put to the test their attack side. Koshmaris has already snuck down, but wrapping around behind him was Yumpy, who just about missed him. Koshmaris was hiding in the corner, and now it's a freebie. In fact, more than one on offer. The stun, perfect, sends him into Benji. And Yumpy, the man who missed them just moments ago, now stands with just a few to try to steal back this site. And that's exactly what they've done. Vitality looking to close the gap. And it's only Woot in their way.
Même si Koshmaris,
he's not going to make it around that corner, that's for sure.
Et le boost.
Chronicle pistol.
Attends, est-ce qu'il...
The Vitality caught up, and now they put to the test their attack side. Koshmaris has already snuck down, but wrapping around behind him was Yumpy, who just about missed him. Koshmaris was hiding in the corner, and now it's a freebie. In fact, more than one on offer. The stun, perfect, sends him into Benji. And Yumpy, the man who missed them just moments ago, now stands with just a few to try to steal back this site. And that's exactly what they've done.
Pistol that moved into position for Benji to get a freebie, and then just moments later, you got both Yumpy and Chronicle just finding them all around the site, ring around, just to try and find anything they can.
Yeah, good read. Good read, that's exactly what happened. And that was a gap that Vitality exploited from Heretics a lot on the defensive side. 2 times I can remember, they were able to walk elbow and come up behind the chamber trip. Immediately identifying that that was done to them early, but luckily no cost to be paid for it. Vitality 7-6 one round away from their opponents, and this is a very important round to keep relatively clean. One player lost is so-so. Two, you can even deal with. It'll be a Sheriff and a Stinger lost. In fact, the Sheriff probably picked up and carried forward. But anything more than that would be too much. And for Team Heretics, with 5 players on this side of the map, a shotgun in the hands of Koshmaris and Woot hunting for heads, and somehow Boo that strikes the first blow.
He's walled them off, trying to almost create a gap that they must be funneled through, if anything. But Vitality here going back might be the plan, but after getting a couple, I'm sure they're not going to want to. It's aggressive from Rians. It gets caught out by the utility. But Vitality here going back might be
délogé grâce au fragment. Corner, oui, il y avait la chat.
After getting a couple, I'm sure they're not going to want to. It's aggressive from Rians. It gets caught out by the utility. Even still, the Headhunter is still here. You need to be careful. Oh, wow. You mentioned how many guns you did.
Une bubble.
Didn't want to lose. They've at least lost one of the big ones. Oh, wow. I'm sure. He's walled them off.
With 5 players on this side.
A gap that they must be funneled through, if anything.
Voilà,
Vitality here going back might be the plan, but after getting a couple, I'm sure they're not going. Guns you didn't want to lose.
Props to Woot for putting that dent in the economy. The question is,
free gun.
Free gun indeed, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
On the other side, they could play this as a low buy. The 2 rifles giving them. Dropped by Profek. He's got to feel very unlucky with that one. I didn't even see what happened.
And weaponry-wise, that's a real good opportunity. Can not only pick up the one, but as they get onto the site, potential for that little bit more. Boo already under pressure, but he's able to stay alive. Even the underarm fragment. Koshmaris now rotating in. Try and give a little bit of help to his Lithuanian friend. And it's going relatively well. Sayonara had a bit of a quiet first half in this game. And we've seen so many incredible plays from him throughout this stage. They'd need another one. He's the only one that has a gun.
Snakebite down's going to make this awkward for Kosh as well. Vitality creating some opportunities here. Shock up close does damage. This is now looking doable, but Sayo has to win that fight. And with him falling, he's dead in the dirt.
As he healed himself. Even hits the timing.
Encore
But this is where Vitality now come in with a full buy. Yumpy won away as well from having that null command, which played a huge part in at least one of the rounds.
Impression.
But this is they might be losing this game. He's currently 16-9.
Merci.
That round, if not for their IGL, and to be honest, they might be losing this game. He's.
Merci.
I think they lose that round, if not for their IGL, and to be honest, they might be losing this game.
Alors. Le bol d'or. Ça c'est tout.
Mon ultime est prêt. Qu'il nous implore.
Alors, comment? C'est vrai qu'il a mis. Comme ça. Moment. Eh ben. Oui. Pas de quoi voir. Ah, il se met avec un repère. Ah, ce que c'était.
Orbe de poison actif. Poison désactivé.
Je crois que j'ai mal.
Orbe de poison actif.
Il est
Poison désactivé.
déjà.
Ici.
Faut se mettre. Ici. Là tu.
Ici.
Là tu scrolls. Crouch. Qu'est-ce que ta petite barre?
Ici.
Et ici. Ça fait ça. Crouch.
Orbe de poison actif. Poison désactivé.
Merci Chronicle. Oh. Le lapin non.
Orbe de poison actif. Poison désactivé. Pas encore rechargé. Orbe de poison actif. Poison désactivé. Orbe de poison actif. Poison désactivé.
Bon, retourne. Retourne.
He's currently
Alors.
16 and 9 at the top of the board. The battle
On a juste.
stage has returned. But this is where Vitality now come in with a full buy. Yumpy won away as well from having that null command, which played a huge part in at least one of the rounds they won on the first half. We'll see if that will be the case again.
Well, this is it. Credits put in for both teams.
Smoke.
Heretics will add a little bit more to fall back on. And they've heard all this noise.
Quand il m'a mis. On va faire beaucoup de. Ah, comment il est.
Orbe de poison actif. Poison désactivé. Ici. Orbe de poison actif. Poison désactivé. Orbe de poison actif. Poison désactivé.
potentiel niveau.
Orbe de poison actif.
Ah, il peut. Encore des
Poison désactivé. Ici.
des gens de la carte.
Points towards A main. Snakebite goes down. Should buy time. In goes Durka. Already taking that space and fighting around the back right into Benji Fishy. Usually that would be a mistake, but this time Vitality get the better of it. Durka gets the better of the spans through the smoke, trade a lick or two of damage. So that's all there is to it for now. Waiting for those walls to go down. You've got your Harbor, Viper, Neon. There's so much, but when they fall, when you're out in the open, it's go down. You've got your Harbor, Viper, Neon. There's so much, but when they fall, when you're out in the open, it's a different game altogether. The knife perfect. It's going to slow down that Neon retake, but they're waiting. The drone's on its way through. There's no need to rush just yet, and now your abilities are back online. Koshmaris will be thankful for that with a quick slide out. He gets another. Durka's now down, and Sayonara's all that's left. A res available, but not even needed, you would think. Still, they committed, giving him respect, knowing how clutch Sayonara can be. The shock dart attempt that catches the wall. And so the defuse comes through with ease for Team Heretics.
I like how Paris run him. There's the kill he gets onto the player in the corner is purely off the bait and then ends up going. Is their economy in the bin? A few stingers invested. Hunter's Fury potentially available to either disrupt or maybe hold a post plant, but they have to get there first.
All Vitality's motto this year, the mountains are within reach. It's looking like they're getting a little further away, retreating onto the horizon at the moment as Heretics continue that climb into the lead, now facing off against a very light buy, and Koshmaris again drawing first blood. He's been so impactful. Even at times he goes down, it feels like the trades have been there so quickly from Heretics in a handful of rounds where that's been the case. Now this move to the A site, that much easier. The shock dart and the spam make it even more so. And now Sayonara, yeah, you got a Hunter's Fury to play with, but it
definitely looked like it's in this one.
Pas trop à dire.
Everybody low.
Rien à dire.
Trying to commit
La même chose. La saison. Presque du coup.
Moment for Vitality of like.
Oh.
Locked out at the gate. For now, that's been the case. Vitality have had a couple of good rounds. Looked like they found their mojo towards the end, but now all that momentum is there for Team Heretics. And as you said, Sam, the one team you don't want to give momentum to if we exclude Eternal Fire. Heretics will be right at the tippity top of that list.
Yeah. Well, if you didn't watch the game yesterday, you can watch the last few maps in probably about 15 minutes. So, you know, during the break, you can always do that. They absolutely slaughtered Foot once they had the momentum on their side, and that's just something you cannot give.
Now you spoke about the Battle Sage. Boo is currently the precipice of taking a massive risk. A swing out on top of his wall, and the drone is going to force him back. You can see he wanted to though. He heard someone spamming it before utility went through. It does make it costly for Vitality in terms of burning that drone on the way through though.
They're having to commit a lot just from the irritation he's creating. And he's been timing a lot of his slows so well. This time, knife goes through. Again, no, it looked like he was going to get the opener, but Yumpy has dealt with him. Already Koshmaris and Whoop here on the cross, but Yumpy's dealt with him as well. A double for the leader. And a post plant will be through with a Viper's Pit. That's going to make it difficult. The only thing I will say is Chronicle is very, very low.
He's tucked on the box as well. I mean, it's a very spammable spot.
Shock dart? Question mark?
It's being lined up, but it's going towards default. Oh, here we go. The bounce around. That's dangerous. The spam. So close.
J'ai bien envie de la retenter. C'est sûr.
Il faut rester sur leur piste.
Bon. On se tape.
Ici.
Ouais, y a des trucs.
Fléchette électrique. Fléchette électrique. Fléchette électrique. Ici. Fléchette électrique.
Close in the nade, ends up catching Wood out. He's the one to fall with Benji. Crumbling down as well, Rien's.
It's a lot easier to get into your post plant. You can claim that backside. Have the he literally flew them. I might just a solid round for Yumpy in general, moving his way up the board. In the last match also didn't have the best of days, and this isn't even his neon map. So, you know, no
neon jail.
He'll be going back in if he keeps playing like
exactly.
this.
Exactly. You gotta earn your freedom. Unfortunately, there's the dash in. Merca closing the space. Hunter's Fury sent through, but Rien's just wraps around that side. They're a little slow to follow it up, and now it's 1 by 1. Rien's just being offered free picks. Get out of jail free card. In goes the flash, and well, Sayonara's not going to be caught unaware. I thought Rien's could get. But the numbers will be brought even because Yumpy swung with the spike into an op. What was that?
Yeah, well, I know he's been having a battle with Boo, but that was definitely an audacious fight. And
don't do it, Sayonara.
Woot's still just holding that angle, not giving anything away. Of course, the in such a deep position. If someone's going to have gone the other way, but because Chronicle's in such a deep position, he doesn't really need to be peeking at all. He's just waiting for his teammate to strike. Boo, though, has wrapped around. Just trying to play that post-plant angle. Still to fight.
When the Sage...
And for Boo, the last place he was spotted is on the site itself. There's so many angles. Still
does make me...
Go.
On the side, he picked up 2. Early halves would have counted themselves out. The Vitality, not that team. It's time to jump in though and see how things are going from Vitality's teams. But how things have gone in the early halves would have counted themselves out.
Je révèle la zone.
First try. Sûrement tu peux être mieux.
Voyons s'ils sont là.
Voilà.
Ici.
Mettre là. Bon.
Je révèle la zone. Voyons s'ils sont là. Je suis le chasseur. Mon ultime est prêt. 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 Voyons s'ils sont là. Je révèle la zone. Voyons s'ils sont là. Je révèle la zone.
Presque parfait. Et...
Je révèle la zone.
Comme ça. Presque parfait. Un peu surcoté, c'est bon.
Voyons s'ils sont là. Je suis le chasseur! Mon ultime est prêt. Voyons s'ils sont là.
Bon. Des billes.
Ici. Ici.
Pilier.
Je révèle la zone. Ici.
Pas tout.
Ici.
Ici. Pas tout.
Je révèle la zone.
Ça c'est...
Ici.
Une pause. C'est le chien. Pas très... Alors. Ouais. Bon. On analyse.
The Vitality not that team. It's time to jump in though and see how things are going from Vitality's perspective.
En slow.
Guys, it's easy. Wait, comes. It's Viper alone on A. We should just finish B.
I still have full util, boys. I can just drone after this call. I'm droning.
Prenez
Knife backside.
Pillar 1 and could be close right 1.
No, Sage backside.
I'm revealing him.
Nice.
I'm dashing out. Half full 1.
Half wall.
Half full. I'm picking left side.
I tap and peek left, yeah.
I'm middle. I'm picking him. I'm reloading with. He's minus 4.
Grab nice as well.
It's nice. He's minus 80. Minus 80 last one.
Can go elbow for the gun. Yeah, mulla.
He's one knife there, okay, from dying.
Guys, you're both open to let's shit angles. Meillä rehti, vittu tapetaan se.
You guys are good like this. Stay like this. This is good.
You're super good.
Erke will flick the shit out of NCT if he comes. Nice.
Same boys.
Let's go, boys. 3 ults, boys. We fucking put them down. Nice.
Bro. Good.
He's one knife away. Does 70 Vitality. Right, it's not enough. It's the problem with a lot of times you think about this round, Durka with his blade storm, he didn't even get a chance to use it.
I like as well that they're looking at them. We needed to hear a little bit more from them, you know. Hadn't heard them speak to Vitality to tell them.
Barrier's about to go up. Stage wall up as Woot then gets the up. Oh yes, here we go. It's a nasty angle. Is a spot above the smoke, but they've managed to slip by. Vitality, they've evaded the trap completely by simply running through it. Now it's a 3v2, even with that pick back from Woot. And he's walking right into Chronicle. There's not feeling too forgiving. The off retrieved, and the battle sage of Boo will step into the same angle.
Obligé. Ouais, on est. Bien. La petite.
Notre voie est juste. Suivez-la. Barrière créée.
Ah ouais.
Ici.
Et à toi. Avance.
Barrière créée. Ici.
Ici, attends, je crois. Bien, ouais. Faut le voir le. Pas intéressant. En fait.
Ici.
La cover. Revenons. Active.
Go the same way and it's the same result.
He's allowed. Like, he looked at me and then he doesn't know I'm there. But for Boo, I don't know. That was a little bit disrespectful. From the depths of defeat, from Heretics looking like they were going to run away with this map 3 in a row in this second half, to now being 2 away from taking that initial choice. Again, some weaker weaponry having to be brought through into this round for the side of Heretics.
That mountain's now back over the horizon. The mountain that was once distant now fills the sky as Darkus in right onto Boo. Chronicle following up in Vitality, giving no quarter. Just a 4. I mean, there has to be a big play. And
this would have to be the best of them. That's not a bad start, but the rest of the players within the pit going to be tough to beat. Ultimate dodge, Prophet pushing forward and versus the.
Il remonte. Il va sûrement gagner la game. Allez.
Round left to Vitality, you go into that map, even if it's 1-1, knowing that now you've got your best foot forward. That is a morale boost and a half. For Vitality, 1 round left to lock this one in. Started with a 5-1 lead for Heretics. I mean, it looked like we were going to get a non-compete grand final. But Vitality, as they did in the group stage, they started slow. They looked battered and bruised, but they have made this climb back with bloodied hands. 2 chances to close it, and it starts with a double op setup.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning as well that if you're ever going to ask whether or not tactical pauses are impactful, look at the 2 that Vitality have had, and look at the turnaround they've had after both. Both halves having a bit of a shaky start, both halves having a resurgence. Props given, but it does mean they don't have any more time to talk. A win here for Heretics. There's no more opportunity to check in. And they are playing a lot more passive. That does mean, though, that Durka has managed to take an awful lot of ground.
They should be aware of this. A small risk taken by Koshmaros, but his reposition is just in time. Profak taken down, Hunter's Fury sent through an attempt to root him from position, but Sayonara's not landing the shots.
He's just waiting.
He just wants someone to step into Durka's line, and there it is. He finds his pick.
25
Where do they go
seconds.
from here? They have time to run, but they'd have to sprint now and very soon locked into this B site. Indeed, it is too late. Chronicle has to wrap up through mid. The wall's fallen, and Koshmaros wasn't ready. Heretics, they fought so well in those early rounds, but as the timer hits 0, the spike hits the floor in what could be the final round. It seems like they have crumbled.
Bob.e has a res, had a res. He'll have it again in 5 seconds. That kills for free, though. That's at least something. Bringing back a teammate seems like it's going to be impossible, though, and on the angle waits Durka. That's been his whole round, just waiting for someone to give him anything, and now looking to try and take it himself. Wu has run out of time.
C'est juste la Viper à la fin, c'est marrant vu qu'elle est touchée par le monde.
Also speaking a lot. You did a whole in here when he's on.
What is aggressively? How strong worries me more because.
Parlons des compos, c'est la même compo. Il y a Viper contre Neon. Voilà.
They've been playing it so aggressively, like they are in your face almost the entirety of the game, and so it's more going to be how strong is Vitality's default. Can you quell what is an almost disrespectful defense, and if not,
là, il y a un combo
do you have ways to adapt to it?
The attack side from Vitality.
Minute
20 on the clock, and a slow approach. Indeed, they've spotted some presence. B main, but yet to take any real control of their own, and where they're going towards, you know, most of the time, especially in the early stages, you're going to see that Vice setup on C. This time, it is deep on the A side. They'll get close and hear the wall fairly soon, but before that, a battle, and it's Koshmaros to find it first with a double from Wu. This round is done. Yumpy recovers at least the
perdu pour Vita.
Some head need to happen here today for him to have any chance. Look at that setup as well. They are 3-man stacked. Toy with his food like that. He got doable, but less unreasonable, and so far it's impossible.
It's a fantastic mid-rounding from Harrod. They just set up like a firing. See, I'm impressed he hasn't lost his voice over the last few days.
Push à main.
A home event.
La smoke.
And something else. This was the streak of games that, of course, led to him qualifying to London. A home event.
Ouverture de porte.
To London. A home event.
La tag.
And something else. This was the defensive side fear, because you sort of mentioned that, like, I think there's going to be issues at times, maybe on the attack for Koshmaris, but on the defense, he is the issue for everyone else.
Yeah, we were talking before the game. It's like this guy does a lot in the early stages, fighting towards A main. He's now on his way back there, but caught off by a snake bite. The spam doesn't get the kill, but will. And okay, we're stabilized. Heretics really don't want to lose anyone else, and by the looks of it, they won't.
The wall.
With Sayonara down and Kron.
Still not found in the areas.
Risque.
Every time, genuinely.
Travers mur.
Will be pretty soon, and
Ouais. Koshmaris, en vrai, c'est marrant. Bon,
there's so much you can do from there. You can leave him behind and just have the info, leave Woot there, or as they did here, play the early rotate and then just make it a nightmare.
Oh, he has gone for maybe a slight upgrade, at least for now. The judge in hand. Again, the defensive side of Heretics can be suffocating to play against.
Big change up as well, and this is going to be the big thing, I think, for Vitality on their defense as well, is changing this Vice setup, moving it constantly to make it difficult to read into exactly where it's coming to. Thorns popped early, they were about to go down to the nade, so it's expected, but look in the close corner, Koshmaris, once that wall is toyed with, he's there to take the kill, but he can't get out of there. The fast lane to the man advantage, trading hands. The thing for Vitality is that they don't have a lot of space to work with. That wrap back to the B side, it's looking real attractive.
But that's the thing, everything just got cleared. We saw the defenders throw through a Prowler on B and a Boombot on A. So they knew they weren't there for now, at least. And Benji's job has just been to slow them down as much as possible, but that's a nice shot. Sayonara's head ripped off. There's another player waiting on the angle, and Yumpy actually just almost alpha male swings off the back of the Prowler that didn't even find a connection.
Spike planted.
Puts them back into an advantage, but this is of course a bonus round for Heretics. How much damage can they do?
Without a doubt, a difficult retake, but like you say, it comes down to damage. Still have that paranoia to fight their way back through. You can see the line being drawn right now. I think that's the line of the paranoia to come in. There it is, fired in. Prophet walks in. Beautiful pickup from Woot. Nice setup, but now without utility, they still need to find those 2 kills. Yumpy's looking to make a move through the smoke, and it's timing. Yumpy! Unbelievable. A second earlier, he was being watched, and he chose his moment.
Yeah, not a bad way to get his first 5 kills of the game on the board, all in one round. That was just filled. And just sat watching. That's the quietest he's ever. A big round needed from Yumpy in a round where Heretics hadn't invested too much. Sure, it's a huge victory, gets him a Nightfall online. But of course, for the side of Heretics, it's not the end of the world. Showstopper available as well, and this time playing more aggressively on that C side of the map. The wall instead has been placed on B. And they've left Koshmaris. At least for the moment, it was a solo A defense, but now he has a friend.
The wall de Viper.
Nade's gone in. Kosh has to run, and there's no wall to hide behind anymore. Big pickup, but Woot answers back. A deep showstopper sent through to trade out his teammate. Does damage as well. You can see Chronicle and Sayonara wearing the scars of that last fight. And for their trouble, they get rubble. That's it. Sayonara hoping to catch an angle, but it's not the best gun for this fight. Boo and Rienz would be one hit, but the man he'll have to face seems to be Woot. Indeed, Woot's the one to face him. Big pick, but there's 3 players on A. That means Benji's all alone, but that seems to be where he does his best work, Tom.
Yeah, they would have known this. His goal is always just to try and buy time. Lots of counter utility, leaving him in a bit of an awkward position. Attempting to try and give them the space, but he has bought enough time for the rotation. Just getting spammed out. Another from Woot. We saw an ace in the last round. Potential for one in this. Woot has been on fire on this map. in particular. 23 and 15 the last they played, but can he already look to get towards that once again? He's 8 and 1 right now over the top. Paranoia has left Durka in an awkward spot, but he does deal with Wu. However, the trade is thick and fast, and Chronicle cannot hold on with such a low.
Le tout dernier, gagne le roux.
Not a good choice.
Rien à dire.
Or go to the corner where you're safe and wait it out. Take any port in the storm, but this man's waiting at the port. Look at him.
Both of them
all part of the plan. Gives them the upper hand. That's what gives them the edge. And with that edge, they have made Vitality bleed. After Yumpy's 4th ace in VCT EMEA, Vitality find themselves still on that starting block, still with 1 round under their belt where their leader did it all.
And it's put them in a very weird position economically. 2 players with pistols. Profit will even be down to just 200 credits. This is almost a full investment from them. And the rest still having some rifles to play with. I feel like they've done this because of the ults that they either have or almost have. And with a start like that, Rien's going down, those ults become more and more dangerous.
That's the thing, the economy's been a little bit shaky, so for a couple rounds now, the Outlaw has been very viable. We said it last round, it was what, Rien's and Boo on the light shields, and now, well, Rien's has already fallen victim to it with Benji and Boo in that same boat. 1 shot will take them down. A good time to pull it out, and a reward already found, but to be honest, they've got the tools as well to bring this across the line. Nightfall can be put into play, a showstopper can be directed as a result of that, and well, there you go. Benji's killed himself. He's taken himself out with the thorns.
Il dansait. Non, il y a sûrement une race.
Durka made a precision play moments ago, but
flank is clear.
Maybe not so much.
It's almost a full target. We have Durka who that he ends up killing.
Alors.
Unfortunate that when he gets hit by the Nightfall,
ouais, t'as la grenade race en plus, c'est lourd.
And while trying to dodge the showstopper, ends up taking himself out of the game.
It is just.
But it's also like, you
Comment
know,
tu veux jouer le jeu en passé?
That he did that. Like the setup was perfect. The execute couldn't have went better. Now, Heretics, 1 round in the lead. They still have those credits to put in.
Immediately, you can see that they're now looking for more dominant control on C. You can't allow for that to continuously happen. Although Benji is down to 10 health, so it's more the trap, the bait that's being thrown. They know he's there though, already trapping him in position. This is not what you want with the season. Up top on the other side of the map, a little ring around the rosy. An opportunity for either side. There we go. Okay. Let's make it a little bit more awkward than it already was. The problem, though, is they've already lost both players on the other side of the map. The early tag was enough to ruin the day of Benji Fishy, and the judge up close was spotted immediately. Rien's, though, has done well. In fact, incredibly well. 2 quick kills. Yumpy was deeper than expected, and now the battle of the Fates for who's winning this round. And well, now Boo has to face off against his fellow IGL. +1.
Yeah, a little bit of backup there for Yumpy. Boo, the battle sage. It's been a slow map to start with. The lead theirs, but maybe not for long. Vitality nipping at their heels, and Boo's gone into heavy traffic. Headshots traded, but up again.
Round had won the round, but this is a problem.
Ouais, c'est.
Both Rien's and Yumpy at different times in this round had won the round. But this is a problem.
Il l'a vu.
Yeah, a little bit of backup there for Yumpy.
Well, 2 quick kills. Yumpy was deeper than expected, and now.
Il avait détecté, attends.
Being thrown, they know he's there though.
Ah ouais, il avait détecté grâce à la capture.
Vitality
ends up catching. Rien's does incredible.
Bravo Yumpy en vrai.
Massive advance.
Could have been. I mean, it has been a
double kill.
Very
après le double kill de rien, ça fait trop. Redonne la situation pour Victoire, c'est incroyable. Allez.
Have your opponents banning 2 maps and they get first pick. But this is the one map that you got to keep. If you lose this one, it really feels dangerous. That is a nice shot, though.
La position de d'Erk, elle est vraiment intéressante en vrai. C'est une ligne tête. Je peux rendre directement sur le main. La position, elle est pas trop jouée en ranked, mais elle peut vraiment surprendre en plus. Vraiment la fin. Normalement, tu vas lever ton crosshair pour vraiment être préparé au mec qui est monté tout en haut.
They expected a wall.
Exodus of the right side of the map is
Ou
almost
qui a
complete. There's 3
Parano.
players here now. Paranoia sent through Chronicle.
Et Wood se prend une dinguerie.
And that's the real wrench in the works. This should have been Wood's opportunity to catch them off guard, but instead, he's still cleared, he's still checked, and now a near impossible retake shaping up for Heretics. And even then, do they want to send everyone to this?
Est-ce qu'ils vont tenter quand même la retake?
Yeah, they've got the credits to buy in the next, so I think with
Faudrait que
an opportunity, they're going to risk it.
À se casser en fait.
Spotting the thorns, that will at least allow them in, but all too easy for Yumpy. He's having a great game so far, and they are just going to clean this up with.
Pas si mon droit de l'argent en fait.
I saw earlier.
Pour moi oui en vrai, mais vraiment long. Ouais, tout le monde a de l'argent. Même si Boubou est en petit shield. Et l'open est incroyable. L'open est incroyable. Tachine avec un OP avec le premier kill.
It looked too slick.
Yes. Looked edited. That's crazy. Well, okay. And again, Kashmaris,
la bonne
one of the
fille,
big working points for release the space to be traded off of on the back of it. And a good sign to see him activated in this buy round. The read is right again from Heretics. They've got the numbers here, but they might not need them. Benji seems to be enough all by his lonesome. And the trade outs all but guaranteed.
Not gonna win.
Presque trop facile.
Back towards this side of the map. You get rid of Sayonara. You kind of have to be a little bit quicker.
Position dure à clear, c'est vrai.
Rotations back using.
For
Benji, because I said, like that, him on the C side has mostly just been, can I survive 15 pieces of utility at once?
Yeah.
And the answer has been no.
Send out Kosh to kill someone early. It's a lot less utility coming your way. They've already pushed the
Okay.
That's a big mistake. Wooden didn't seem to think it possible for Prophet to already be Rubble. It was a standard Omen TP across, and they're just looking the wrong way. He's been literally gifted the opening fight. And now Benji, Boo, and Kosh, who has an ult, by the way, I mean, could pop the ult. But I think he's going to just walk through this.
They're waiting.
Smoke,
you know there's going to be a rotation. Angle. That was one of the only ways that could have gone wrong, and it did. Rotation back from the operator. Maybe expecting this to be more of a C hit. Instead, the B site is open for business.
Prowler even got stuck in the wall, so it took them a little bit longer to get into the B site, allowing Heretics to send out Kosh. They'll wrap around to come behind on B. This could be huge. Kosh Maris has the world in his hand, and all that the others need to do, Benji and Boo, is take this one slowly, buy some time, and hopefully draw their attention. There's the ult. That should, in their mind, send someone into the scope of Kosh Maris. It doesn't, and Boo ran it. I mean,
he TP'd in.
I don't know about that one. Thinking he could get space off the back of the ult, but the win condition here seemed clear. Kosh Maris needed to find something, and now he needs to save. Now he's got to run, because they're going to hunt him down right on his tail. But he's made it away. He's made it away.
Pour prendre ce et Chronicle va voir.
But yeah, solid C's as well. I think that was the major part of it. It's just play. I think it's Thorns down to just give up the site completely. Maybe a bit of an oversight.
It was ambitious. We'll say it that way, as we like Boo. But one round between them. We take a look at the economy of the team Heretics. There is not a lot to work with if they lose this one. Vitality could find themselves with a lead guaranteed at the half, if not even better.
I like giving Woot the operator as well. He's one away from the showstopper. A single pick in his direction.
I love this play. They're so often fighting aggressively, you just go in the tree.
Yeah, he stuck it as well. Now they have to worry about the player in behind. It's something that's being thought about, but it leaves Koshmaris to fight alone, and he's done a lot of damage. But he hasn't been able to get the kill. Blue, though, does clear Prophet, who's trying to join up with the rest of his team. If anything, the Heretics have kind of come out of this situation all right. They lost a Bob.e. They still have everybody else alive, and look at the HP of Vitality.
Yeah, especially the Viper's Pit, 7 HP. You put that down, you better have a very thick wall to hide behind.
Au moment, il fait un kill et il a sa
roquette. As well as that, the push-up from Benji Fishy. A single step being made here by Chronicle, and his round is over. Benji won't push for now. He'll contain. He needs to keep his utility up on the B site. So they have that little bit of a backbone to it. Wood spotted the Boots, even got Sayo, the 7 HP player, taken out by the nade. The Boombot sees someone close, and that's the Showstopper's time to shine. 6 seconds as the Showstopper lands, and now time just about. He's got it.
Et là, il fait pas qu'on stacker.
That split second is...
I understand it. That's so unlucky for Sayonara. It goes actually further than he would have expected as well. And then yeah, he has it, but man, peek for the window. Back level once again. For Vitality, they still have the credits, and in fact, they come in with a better buy than their opponents, still having that Viper's Pit available. A lot of ults expended throughout the last couple of rounds for the side of Heretics. Seems, though, that they've got a good read early on.
You're definitely starting to see the weight of the game adding up in some of these decisions. Durka knows full well that he should never.
Dog l'a pas vu parce que
he realizes I made a mistake. Been high pressure moments like that. That's where you force those kind of errors. Durka turned away. I thought, just as Woot was about to peek, and then he pops his ult just as Kosh does. Very unlucky round for him.
Après, c'est
now Koshmaris can rest easy. They're looking to deal with Yumpy, and they know exactly where he is. At least they suspect that the nade is good. And they're giving up no ground until he is gone. Now the retake can happen in a 5v3. And Sayonara, that Viper's Pit is maybe the last bastion of hope that they have.
It is not the safest of positions to stand, though. Snake bite through, and he's been caught. And leaves his teammates out in the open. They were able to hide within. Prophet can only get one, and Chronicle, a man of many miracles. This would have to be turning water to wine. There on a defensive side, it looked like it was
the lead, and it looked like they were going to lock it in at the half, but now Vitality, they have to fight to be neck and neck. Finding that rhythm at just the right moment. 1 round left to go in the half, and the lead can still be theirs. No ultis to play with either, but Koshmaris, he's running it down in their spawn. The paranoia is being used about as deep as I've ever seen. From the attacking side, using it in their own spawn, and in fact standing there waiting for further aggression, but Heretics, they know something smells off. They've backed off already. Got a crazy early round.
Oh, the only damage was Prophet taking a couple of shots to the knee, but now he's been hit with a wallbang as well, so he is a little bit unlucky. A bad luck Brian, so to speak. But they are, again, looking to put this pressure once more. I've really liked the switch up from Heretics. They realized that just our delay on this C-side was not working. Benji was getting overwhelmed. Let's put him in a position where he can thrive, and he has been. And then for Vitality, it seems like they have a vendetta against him, because they are going back to that A site once again, but with a pacey opportunity to go back to B.
Et on repart en C.
They might still go the other way.
Bah non.
Sayonara has had a tough game so far.
Et une heure
At least gets out with 1. I mean, that was the bare minimum.
Il y a quand même beaucoup de mecs en C.
Thorns to delay as Woot again, same spot and same result. Yumpy and Prophet fall this time. Big kills for Team Heretics, and with Durka, the last man standing, putting up one hell of a fight. Spike retrieved with 6 seconds. Oh, he hasn't got it. No. I thought he had it in his hands. He thought he had it too.
A victory in the arena today. Nat is standing by with save.
Good job, boys.
Il part rapidement.
Saved, not for last.
Alors.
Code, get yourselves your tickets before they're gone. We're going to be going on a road show to close out stage 2, but for stage 1's finale, it's nothing but these rosters. Already 5 rounds on the board, Tom. Are you expecting the defense to be easier for Vitality or harder?
Well, based off the time they played it, maybe that a little bit harder. I do think that them up against that Neon is going to be a test for Koshmaras. I think they have a good comp defensively, but Heretics can be very, very difficult to play with, and a pistol might just prove that.
Très beau stun, très belle paranoïa.
Might be fine. That's one hell of a way to start.
It's a solid beginning, but the ending still to be written. Team Heretics could steam into the lead with just a few more kills and
might be fine. Good comp defensively, but Heretics can be very, very difficult to play with, and a pistol might just prove that. Well, it seems like Koshmaras might be fine. That's one hell of a way to start.
It's a solid beginning, but the ending still to be written. Team Heretics could steam into the lead with just a few more kills, and Koshmaras is happy to oblige. But the spike still needs to be picked back up, and with 50 seconds on the clock, they're sitting down, waiting for someone on Vitality to make that move. But they know the spike's down. It's not going to happen. And so all 3 move to the tree, move through the door, and that means that Chronicle might he actually could get the jump from behind this box. If Sayonara could distract from it, this crossfire could work out beautifully, but now the wall up. This is their own wall, a ruse that they want to sell. The Chronicle isn't here. The wall will soon fall, and then Sayonara's prime to strike. Vitality fighting their way, clawing their way back into the
clutch. 3v2. 2v3 plutôt.
What not to do?
I don't know, it takes skill to get this level of shine. And something that only someone like Chronicle in these moments can really show. See, I brought it back, 6. It is shots, and that's the thing, 3 kills in the last round. But with the spike being dropped, that ended up being a bit of a burden. A few bulldogs, SMGs, so a fair amount that can be lost in this round. Vitality not playing any pistols, maybe a little bit wary that there could have been more investment here. But also they were taking quite a bit of damage in some of those rounds on Breeze, so I think maybe just playing it safe.
Not a bad time to show us an air of caution. Vitality are quite pushed up here on A. Again, this is the expected setup, but dangerous when you're against that low buy. Paranoia lands, but so do the right clicks for Koshmaras. No!
Ils ont réussi à faire le bon kill.
But Heretics are...
He's too strong, I must take him out myself.
They're looking to get a little bit more damage out of this one. Again, you know, 5v4, still not enough to make me believe they'll win, but 4v4 we go back. Damage is what we're looking for, and okay, we've already found it. Every kill from this point is a Bulldog left on the floor. It is a costly blow delivered.
Ne check pas le corner.
The clutch master, a man we've seen win many more clutches than he should have. Well, now a big challenge. 12 seconds though. That spike has to be planted on B. Unfortunately, Chronicle is already thinking about the long game. He's wrapping. Most are looking elsewhere. It's only Rienz that he's walking into. A headshot landed, and then Heretics. And
that's toxic. There's no way.
There could have been someone else there, Tom.
La grenade qui arrive.
That's unreal.
But yeah,
oh, we didn't get him. Okay, that's probably why. The microphone's being replaced.
C'était Yampi
qui aurait
ouvert la porte. La porte, il se fait avoir par la Marshall. Derk éclaire pas le corner. Il meurt.
That's if they don't win this one super cleanly. They could have even more in the bank. They do have a stack on the right side of the map for now, but you feel like Heretics, maybe unlike Breeze, will check things thoroughly before walking into a site.
You would certainly expect so.
Hope so.
Been leaving Benji to play this super late B play. He has to make a move now as the A gap's about to come into effect. They'll meet up here, and that's the ball they're talking about the previous, and they won it in, you know, pretty clean fashion, all things considered, going down to the 3v1. So who knows? But this one is feeling a little less likely
at this point.
Can you blame him?
More than I'd like, but of course for Wu, it is only the SMG now, so he's going to try and just get one more and even the death. And a hell of a lot of credits.
Ah mais moins bonne pour les ennemis.
So your opinion?
That's
he's wearing Scooby-Doo.
La pause technique.
Oh, very confident. He's there, and they still do. Coming into the first buy round. The worry though is that double duelist has been on form.
Très belle,
really tough to beat.
belle ronce qui fait rien.
Koshmaris and Wu
have
had a great map so far, and although this setup should be more difficult for them to break through, that hasn't proven to be the case thus far.
Might be the first time we've seen Benji with one of those Vine lineups. There comes the nade, sending one player back. Chronicle will be caught though. He's down very, very low. Caught in place by the Thorns, yet still drawing breath. Has backup now. Yumpy's caught two through the door, and a nice response by Boo. The battle Boo is back in effect, and he's looking for a fight.
Oula, il a failli quand même. Et Sayonara est rapide au trade.
So much over the last couple of rounds by winning the second and then have the whole idea and the fact that he
Attendez.
survives and then gets a multi-frag is the whole reason that they're able to win that round. Still though, well, look at the buy. Like it talks more than anything else I could say. You've got Yumpy who's down to a pistol after you win, I guess, your first buy round of the half, and then your opponents come in with plenty to spare.
Vitality still on that upward road on the lower side of it. The climb needed that flash was perfect. Unfortunately, the climb still on that upward road on the lower side of it. The climb needed that flash was perfect. Unfortunately, I think it was
dans la théorie, il aurait pas dû être flash en vrai.
Unless Profex throw one incredibly far, I think that might have come from Boo.
Couldn't have went any better for the other team. An unfortunate moment.
Even still though, a showstopper in the post plant. You might be looking at that steel garden and thinking, okay, that's going to take their weaponry away. But it's not going to do too much.
Ils sont naïfs. Parce que NJ n'a pas mis Wall derrière, il l'a mis.
After the openers that could go all right for Vitality.
Nicole va
I
dire
did not expect it to be an in zone.
When they've got that, haven't been able to run away, not far enough every time. Vitality are catching back up.
C'est bizarre quand même, hein, la correction. Tellement bizarre.
And now for Heretics, the pressure is well.
Thanks to Boo. Seems like Chronicle is having a great time. They may be around behind, but it seems like they are slowly climbing back into this one.
Ça prend le B main.
Let's have a little listen into how things are going in the comms.
B main et A main.
Okay. I keep it away.
Oh god. He's raising need and wipe money.
I can stop. Yeah. Stop guys.
He will TP. He TP'd this.
Listen guys, go towards...
They're in the room, I'm pretty sure by the way.
Listen guys, put that around, okay?
I'm back.
This is good. Go bait C or wall, not
okay, I'm staying on.
I go with Kosh, okay? We will do it as the Benji, I drop spike, you can take it.
I'm staying towards B.
Take it.
Blue castle, yes.
One on the angle.
Yeah. No one close. Check Batman, care.
I'll give you a waterfall smoke as if it's hexagon.
Can we pick Moron? Go.
I'm holding with you.
Yeah, I come back towards you guys on Aiden.
Yeah.
Top side.
Yeah, break it.
Yes.
There is a wall or no?
I don't know. It's close.
They smoke deeper now.
There is no wall.
De la pression, mais ça bouge pas pour l'instant.
Ah.
No, go towards C and hexagon.
Okay.
Actually, can we retake A with my TP here?
Time is kinda low. Let's go.
We will go away.
Yes. Guys, 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yes, we will go away. I'm gonna
TP où?
guys.
Okay. I'll move close. Come.
Wait, cautious ready.
30 seconds left.
Ready.
Go.
Let's pick one.
Take one, sir.
Take double. I'll essential.
Go.
TP où? Drop, stairs, top.
Go.
Oui.
Yeah, come three.
Careful reach.
Guys, come.
Switch.
Guys,
Toi,
go,
tu
go.
TP pas.
Nice.
More side,
I'm going side.
Yeah, I'm on the right side.
Wait, Kosh, I'm with you. Wait.
Wait.
Go, Paranoid.
Benji,
Qui
you have
renforce
spike,
son
okay?
duel.
Can you come me?
Yes,
One
yes,
safe.
yes.
Yes, I got.
Hold drop.
I'm 1 HP.
You're
chill.
good, guys.
Listen,
You got this.
I have wall on blue.
Guys, I'm picking
Yes.
drop.
One is already blue.
Benji, do you have turn
Guys,
one?
we should take heaven control.
Okay.
Careful,
Bait to my
close.
wall. I'm gonna aim.
They just baited the wall,
I'm
yes.
going up.
Bro,
I have thorns for blue. I have
I'm
heavy.
playing drop. I'm playing drop.
Guys, I'm gonna open thorns soon. I'm opening thorns now.
Et en vrai, il bouge bien.
We can force left.
We will double peek 3 when I tell you.
Yes, I'm ready.
Wait. You can do it now.
Yeah, one, two. Right side, guys.
One below me.
La position de Benji.
From him to equal.
Completely blinded player within
So,
the sight, and then
très
Benji
bien.
from the heavens. This round, the alt economy firmly in their favor. And what could put Vitality on a serious back foot? That's the problem. I feel like they're losing a lot of the rounds that really could build the economy for Vitality. And then because of that, it just puts all of those credits into their opponent's hands.
I think Sayonara just got boom botted as Yumpy
C'est un
gets
check,
rolled over, at least getting the one. Durka in with the save,
Ça
but
nous
the
regarde.
pressure up close.
Derke fait
It's
2
not going to be
kills.
too much. The Thorns
Ulti
put into
jeté dans
play
le
as well.
Benji.
Heretics will at least make it to the site, but as they do, they find out that secondary weapons they can do.
Ils font le kill.
Say, Fridge, he's Fridge.
Yeah.
And then got caught off by him.
Someone else sat.
Je me rappelais pas qu'il était aussi long le match. Mais que sur la deuxième map.
Comes awkward. They've had opportunities to.
Le pire reste à venir.
To let their foot off the seemed outlandish.
Olivier, leur
And now they look like they
faut le
belong.
donner. Ça prend le
Vitality
PMN,
one
ça
round
prend
behind,
le
and Heretics
main.
put to pressure. The buy not pretty.
Le B est facile en vrai à
Oh,
prendre.
Durka,
Les
good
mains.
work. He'll get a second. And it looked like he'd stick around for more. He's thinking about it. Back and forth he goes. Yes, fourth is exactly where he'll go. Durka, he'll
Bravo Derke.
and
La
with
bonne
that,
way
they
qui fait paf. Et aussi l'arme. La Viper est en...
Heretics. Sure, maybe it wasn't the biggest of buys, but you at least want to try and do.
Parce que la
With
Vita
their
au
best
début.
map coming up next, it has to be now for Heretics. And while Koshmaris, he's baited all the utility. I guess that's one positive. And Wu
Outil
has
passe
managed to get
sur le
alongside him. That's the A site under their control. A plant seemingly guaranteed, but Sayonara tries to get ahead.
Dommage,
Durka
c'est
flanking quickly. They've again got aggressive on the other
Et
side,
Benji met
but
tout
at this point,
sur le
that would
site.
be expected.
Yeah, Heretics have turtled really nicely,
Oh,
not
well,
only with the
well.
Vice utility and the flash off that as well with the Rose up on the wall, but the fact that they have Nightfall to work with. The only danger is that showstopper that's in play. Durka has it ready to roll. They found an opening pick as well. Now it seems foolish not to throw it in. And of course, that's exactly what he does.
Pauvre Satchel.
The boombot first to find them in the corner is Yumpy!
Tant pis, les double kills et la roquette qui fait le kill.
Direction. Tree
Bravo.
was the danger, and Yumpy was forgotten. That's the problem. The man who's 21 and 14 just wasn't a thought. And Boo was so busy trying to. Heretics are facing up against the gauntlet. A Vitality team that has
Et là, ils vont
quickly
sûrement
gone
faire une
from
rapidité en vrai.
being out to being a villain.
Pas une déclic plutôt.
A team that people almost want to lose at times because they've sent everybody's favorite team packing and they are getting closer to doing it to another. 11 to 10.
Je vais leur réagir un peu tard.
Oh no, they were checked! They didn't expect anybody still to be there. Another round of an IGO backstab. Will this one be enough?
Après, Chronicle Derke, ils sont fins, mais sous-estiment la position. Ah, au moins un mec qui doit regarder un peu.
Heretics
doit la tenir.
still don't have the weaponry to work with, but there's two rifles just sitting there, beckoning
Faut
them
la
in.
check, faut la tirer.
Vitality are split as well, exact opposite sides of the map.
Au moins
You would
avec
be
un
hard
stuff.
pressed to find players. The numbers. But with 40 seconds,
On peut
they're
pas,
still
bah,
in B main. They still
on ne
haven't
fait
made
pas.
that move. They're so hesitant, waiting for the wraparound, for the push behind, but Vitality offered nothing. With 30 on the clock, it's time to get that plant through. That's where maybe Vitality can do well, group together, Nightfall in play, and have that wraparound. Heretics won't just sit and wait on the side. You have to imagine they'll look to take some ground, and Yumpy spotted them. There's the ult put through. Caught both. Profek sprints now to the site. Yumpy could be caught with util. It's disastrous. Those two players, sure. Profek knows that they're locked in, and he'll get an offer of a fight.
The bait of his teammates running towards the seaside. You expect it's a low buy. Okay, they're just gonna scurry away, try and take the advantage they found in this game so far. Still, an opportunity. The first time operator and the first time Odin on Koshmaras. We've talked about this all the way through this game from the very beginning, but it's Durka that strikes first, and he's taken out Boo.
The climb not over for Vitality, but one loose stone, and they could come tumbling down. Showstopper for damage. Nade perfectly positioned as well. Yumpy under pressure goes out. A Hail Mary attempt to get damage in, and you know what? He's done enough. Durka and Profek follow up on those kills. With Benji all alone. Spotted the spike, not even planted there, just grouping up to take him down together. A loss on this map for Heretics would be.
Et le wall est traversé par qu'une seule personne.
A 1v1 to start, and it's not looking pretty. Coming up.
Honest at this stage, I'm not sure they are going to lose. It's
abusé.
But once again, they sit.
Et là, quelle magie!
One that many won't forget for a long time. The same could be said when they played Fnatic.
On surlopé, mais Derky rate son shot.
Tagged up, but he is not shying away.
Prend beaucoup de dégâts en plus. La smoke permet de s'infiltrer.
As push comes to shove,
they hit that.
Heretics push forward, knowing that there's two, knowing they're on site, and that is enough for them. That was enough. Maybe they think they'll get. They can catch Yumpy, who pushed up on B before and found a double, but no. Vitality are sitting back. They are patient. And that is going to stand to them in the late round, because Heretics are desperately hoping a mistake is made.
Well, just look at the control they have. You've got deep positioning from Yumpy. You've got a jump spot in Chronicle as his full kit on that A site. Perfect for delay. He can also take away all of their weaponry if he so desires.
But
the read is slightly wrong, and Sayonara has been dealt with. The patience paying off.
En vrai, le fake est bon.
In position though. He got here in time, and he will catch two.
Et Profek est trop fort.
He will eventually fall, but he might have just done enough to give them that 2-0 start. Weaponry about to be removed, but it wasn't removed just yet. Rienz has also woken up with the perfect time, and now Yumpy is all that's left to save them from OT. They know exactly.
En vrai, le fake est bon.
Having 3 chances to close out this series, starting on their best map, but instead, Heretics still draw breath, though the air may get thin.
Faut attendre l'ult et faudrait qu'ils attendent l'ult. Dommage en vrai. Qui met son ult et il meurt juste après. C'est abusé. Allez, connexion. C'est un peu loin. Voilà. Petite smoke pour prendre le C. Le plus wall.
Vitality seem to have a clear idea of where they want to take this one, straight to the C-site. Setups here, Banshee and Boo. Smoke went out. Oh, it's free onto Profek, caught in the TP. And now as they move to the site, I mean, there's no pressure on Heretics. They don't need to force.
Ils arrivent quand même à rentrer sur le site.
the wait, and they'll get another opportunity.
Et 3 V6.
5 versus 3 now. They look down and out of their map, but they are still in contention. Rienz and Woot showing that in Sayonara. A tough game for him, but a 4K on offer. A 1 versus 4 clutch. For all he knows, it's being diffused. And
they were
waiting
for any aggression. Woot catching them, and again, it's been a fantastic map from him. Lotus seems like a comfort pick. Can they now convert it? Because that has been the issue for either of these sides. Converting leads has been difficult. And they're just going to go straight back to the bread and butter, it seems. A high pressure, pacey round into C, just like their opponents in the last round.
There's the plant secured. Defense with one big danger lurking around the corner. You can see Benji Fishy sitting outside B waiting for his moment, but Woot goes down. That's a big spam kill by Profek. Unfortunately, that's the go signal for Benji Fishy, who's now walking up on B for free. Kosh as well, even delays with the stun, buying time, and time is all they need. It's Boo with a clean shot, and now the wrap coming through. Profek find their kills. Benji finally strikes. Chronicles got Koshmaris. Benji's the last alive. Crown!
Sorry.
You said, like, it's
encore plus.
To retake on that
overtime. 13.
Now we fall back into level again. Everything else forgotten. These next 2 rounds are everything.
Pas le B main et il le savent Heretic. Et la Odin de Cauchemaras qui est prêt à roll bank entrer de la lutte.
You can see the caution in the early approach from Vitality. Again, holding for that aggression, but they'll play for the space, and then this is something that Heretics on their attack when they played this super slow T round. They weren't taking space. They weren't fighting for the map control. They were waiting for a burst, but Vitality clearly want a bit more push and pull to it. That spam, it's dangerous, but
Et la pression à Cauchemaras pour le rechargement de l'Odin.
3 players there as well. Well, we still see Chronicle and Profek. Still, this looks like a fake. It should be a fake, but
et il est téléjolé. Bonne paranoïa debout, ça c'est et Rienz. Même si son teammate le troll. Il fait du mal, c'est un 6v4. Et quand même c'est kill.
Profek's backstab, it needs to be perfect, and he's had to let go. That's the spike on the deck. Now it leaves Profek. And well, you might have seen Rienz blind earlier from a paranoia.
Et 14-13 pour Team Heretics.
Really hold any value.
Pour le temps. Et rien, c'est juste incroyable. Une bonne paranoïa de vous.
They didn't see it coming. For good reason.
Neither did Rienz.
Yeah. 1 round for Heretics to forget all the issues they've had here on Lotus, to bring us back to what would be essentially a BO3, but a strong map to start for Vitality. But this game's been anything but predictable. And on the defense, it looked like Vitality have got a lot of control. They've pushed up on A now. Focusing their sights on B. The wall gets
I like this. The Heretics are playing a game early in rounds of find the wall.
Yeah.
They send one player over to C, jump, no wall. Okay, where do we go? B, let's find the wall. Just to try and, again, create that little bit of doubt. Force players to rotate off their angles. The problem with that is look at where Vitality are. They have pushed all the way up on A, so they have so much information that they don't need to rotate anywhere near as much.
Paranoia is going to go through, but those thorns are going to get popped immediately. And
c'est bien intéressant de Huron pour reprendre la première alors qu'il est en B. Mais Chronicle se fait défoncer la gueule. C'est abusé.
That was silky.
Oh, il est en vie. Très beau shot de l'arcade. Et 2v5, 2v3. Ça va être compliqué.
Swinging in from Ward's core will be Yumpy, but it's Rien's again,
1v3,
leaving just Yumpy to
1v2.
try and save them. Both players tagged.
Le temps joue contre lui, en vrai. Et Benji prendra la tête. Heretics gagne la Lotus. Un partout. En vrai, il était sérieux. Hein. Hop. Oh. Troisième map. La Lotus c'était bien chiante. Je pouvais un petit peu trash talk vous, mais on se faisait chier.
Looking to pick up.
Un truc. La Lotus. Et comment il met ça là? Mince. Début. C'est le seul truc que je me pose. Et après c'est très visuel. J'ai pas trop analysé la Lotus. Sauf les stuff qu'on envoie sur nos teammates de la part de vous et de Wood. On veut pas que nos teammates aient un meilleur côté que nous. Voilà.
Hop, soyez attentifs, on a du boulot. Mon ultime est prêt.
Il a mis.
Là.
Un truc comme ça.
Je vous trouverai. Je vous trouverai. Où est-ce que vous êtes? Où est-ce que vous êtes? Je vous trouverai. Je vous trouverai.
Ouais,
où est-ce que vous êtes?
Petite fleur et sur les mecs qui avancent par rang. Et pour la rive du C, c'est comme ça.
Où est-ce que vous êtes?
Bah ouais, c'est pas si. Je vais mettre plus.
Je vous trouverai.
Je vais lancer le dernier. En vrai, intéressant si c'est une smoke qui peut trouver la smoke. Pas si. Non. Ah, analyse. Pas ouf, pas ouf. Allez, on repart sur de Vitality. Ça smoke, ça fake smoke de la part de Vélo. Et ça smoke de la part de Perfect. Très beau couteau qui empêche l'agression.
Looking to pick up the pace. 5 players on B-Long. The only bit of information they have is a trap. And it's very rare to see then players doubling back, but they have pumped the brakes. Players hiding in every nook and cranny, looking to swing together, the element of surprise, but there's so many players from Vitality here. Sayonara's got himself a double. But Durka and Profek are standing by as well.
Vitality, hein.
And that 3-man, what was a 4-man hold of B, has weathered the first
Ils ont
hit,
l'information sur
the storm is not yet over. They're in the eye of it, and the other wing is about to come around and hit them. 2 players very low. It's still crunch time for Vitality.
That's the worry. The HP bars of Profek and Sayonara.
But they still have the crossfire.
They know they're locked in as well, so they don't need to move
Nicolas tout le flanc. aucun raison de bouger.
It's going to come down to the time as well. 25 seconds as they have to make a move. Prophet needs something. He's dead immediately. First goes their way, and they're running into each other on the back of the site. Maybe a bit more of a problem. The Chronicle might just have been there to save the day.
Double
The timing couldn't be better. And for Benji, well, he's got to even try and get the plant eventually, unless he's going to kill everybody off in the next 8 seconds.
Et en plus, essaye une erreur. Pour le dernier.
Give Vitality the pistol. Early stage that we want to. Very well drilled. Fights are taken together. Advantages aren't thrown away. And even here, where there is so much possibility for mistakes to be made with 2 players on site desperately low.
He is looking
tired. C'est très vile.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. The tiredness really seeping in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Il est stylé. Il est dans le corner et il monte là. La petite statuette. Autant le regarder, hein. Ça fout. J'aime bien les petites line-up, tu vois. Le concoct.
Où qu'ils aillent, je les trouverai.
C'est vrai que j'avais jamais vu celle-là. J'avais sûrement vu, mais je n'avais pas fait attention, tu vois.
J'ai abattu des bêtes, j'ai abattu des hommes. Il y a peu de différence entre les deux. Mon ultime est prêt.
Alors. Je me mets dans ce coin. Un petit peu comme ça.
Voyons s'ils sont là.
Et une. Ok. Je sais pas comment elle doit rire en vrai. C'est vraiment.
Je révèle la zone.
Ouais, je dirais que.
Ici.
Je sais pas si.
Ici.
Il veut que ça soit où. Peut-être qu'il veut que ça soit dans l'arbre.
Voyons s'ils sont là.
Comme ça.
Ici.
Sur la tranche peut-être. Mais...
Je révèle la zone.
Juste comme ça, ouais. Ça passe bien tous les recoins.
Je révèle la zone.
Ouais, c'est ça. Ça va, elle est pas si horrible que ça.
He is looking tired.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. The
Ah, il
time
le met
is
un
really
petit peu.
seeping in. Lose a lot of that personality. What a shame.
La
But this is what we wanted to see, and I think that there's moments where Vitality have been
ah, il y a que rien dans l'équipe. Non, quand même.
Much more individually, especially in the group stages.
Et une fake smoke.
And it has a danger for that ugly head to pop itself up, to rear up right
Quand
when that pressure
on va activer ça,
in
fake
games
smoke.
like this.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what Pal and Scott were saying. The problem was in the previous. This should be an easy close-up, but Durka, whilst in
Fake
danger
smoke.
because he's up close against pistols, I think there's a good chance he proves to be the danger. Slow, but now the judge not on its best range with an up-close battle with the pistol. The pistol
Et Vita arrive à gagner les trades avec le judge et la bulldog.
A much cleaner second round as
Il
well.
aurait été qu'on juste faire un petit kill, mais
Pistol or two throughout this series, the second rounds have definitely been a bit more questionable. I think for either side at times. But being able to just shut this down from Prophet's perspective, and then they're forced into the angle of Durka. A good start for Vitality. And to paint the picture, this is of course the map that I feel like has been a bit more of a struggle, a dominant defeat.
La caméra de Benji elle est vraiment intéressante. La caméra qui voit le mid depuis le... Oh, c'est marrant ça. La flash qui est pas folle. Hein. Et le pic. Thunder qui fait... Le pic avant d'être désolé.
And, well, you can see why.
You can forgive them for not expecting it in round 3, right? Anticipating there'd be a little bit, I mean, even just playing the headhunter in this round is what a lot of people would do, but the op And the pick onto Koshmaris as well carries so much value. And then Kosh, we talk about his early fights, and you know when you go back and look at the stats, I think it's going to show a lot of success on the defensive side, and then a lot more defeats. Still participation, but a lot more defeats when it comes to the attack. And that's because he's the one to run in and be that sacrificial lamb. Now you lose that first leg to your attack. And how do you adapt to that?
Ah non, ça va faire pression B et retour A.
Just moments ago, you would almost think this
Mais il va se faire défoncer par Chronicle, je crois.
It's leaving him as that surprise factor once again. And while Bob.e has found the surprise, he has got a double on Lithuanians and leaves the remainder to try and fight back. Now Yumpy's a little bit ahead of his own flash.
Yumpy pique un peu. Ils sont défoncés par Heretics.
There were 3 players left on this site. Chronicle's got to be a little bit annoyed. He finds 2 openers and now he's in a deficit that he has to try and bring back.
Nickel qui fait son kill, 2v2, mais ils vont... Nickel sous-estime BG, rien, ils sont kill sur Dark.
Oh.
Well, surprise element, if there was one, is now gone. You could see the amount of utility that's been thrown through just to try and clear some of these aggressive angles. One off, having an operator. Well, there was some queries as to whether or not they take it on the other side, but Wu is sat with an op on the attack. As said,
C'est ça qui est bien avec le W, c'est vraiment
from that Phoenix, which I do think as well on the defensive side is going to make him a different problem. Like you can have that operator, you can have that get out of jail with the dash and potential for an extra free weapon as well. Also, Turkish player on Jet, just it's a good choice normally.
They've just spotted 2 on mid. Team Heretics know what they're facing off against. The B side seems easier, but the rotate comes in quickly from Durka, who's now standing by. In fact, you can see the same from Sayonara. Rounding into heaven now is Chronicle. In fact, they'll go to the stairs and they'll already start this retake. Getting ahead of the issue as the spike hits the floor, so too does Wu. Durka seconds away from another. In fact, it's Yumpy and Sayonara to do the work. The op of Rien's, the last man standing, and he may want to stand as that spike is diffused.
Il en manque 3 là, car putain.
What a round from Vitality. They wasted no time retaking B.
And I'll say as well, like, in the past,
ça, c'est laisse la split et Even pour plus tard.
On this map, on Pearl, I think they had some of the best retakes, specifically on B. Util clearing a lot of the corners that could have been made awkward, forcing people into fights they don't necessarily want to take. Also smoking off that long angle, so people have to try and fight through. Just a masterclass when they go into those retakes. It is why that round, I guess.
Et on va faire une pause après. Je vais pas tenir les 3 maps, c'est pour ça.
We talked about it for Vitality.
Allez, la pause. Il y a rien intéressant à retenir. Voilà, directement le main, le heart.
If you see those things early, you're going to want to shut them down. For Chronicle, though, he stuck around a little bit longer than maybe I was expecting, down to 58 health. A decent tag.
Par contre, l'information.
A gun or 2 to play with in this round. Could be a nasty surprise.
L'information un petit peu partout. Dès qu'il y a la jet. Et il se fait courir dessus. Et Wood arrive.
I mean, Wood here up close with an option, taking a risk and one that doesn't pay off thanks to that flash, as you said, coming out of the Yumpy. But Yumpy's gone now. With the pistols and the rifle on Koshmaris, they're starting to pose a threat. The plant is not going to be put through. They are looking to push into Profek, and he has bailed at just the wrong moment, apparently, because Koshmaris has got another, now 3 kills in this eco round. There's a reason he's got the rifle, but he might give it away. And Ult in his back pocket, and a man advantage to work with. And Rien's, oh no, he's looking the wrong way. It's a freebie. It does get a little risky. Bring us to a 2v2.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, Durka had such a quick rotation around the back of the map that they might not have expected him, but Boo is diligent, takes his time, doesn't risk it for a biscuit, gets the information. Now bear in mind, he still just has a classic. The only gun is still in the hands of the man who had it from the beginning, and Koshmaras has been dealt with. Now it's problems for Boo. It got dangerous on that defensive side.
Here, I do understand the temptation to say, well, we came out of a pause from Heretics and they didn't win. It's terrible. But the course.
Parce que j'y ai
this time the learnings are they want to be. The thing is, this is where the real problems lie. This is where Heretics will have called the pause for. Last round was contact in A main, they found nothing there, and so this time the learnings are to
explore le heart, ça détruit le...
Oh, he didn't, yes, 4.4k and he's not bought shields.
I guess he forgot, I guess he picked up the operator and just was like, okay, I'm not going to buy them. That's definitely a bit of an oversight.
Must be oversight.
Unless he's just fed up of getting instant killed anyway and just was like, alright, I might as well save the cash. I don't think that's the case though.
I might be terribly out of touch with the meta here, Tom, but I believe that would be oversight, yeah. It's a pretty safe bet. Spams from Durka, you can see Heretics all 5 here. This is going to be a blitz into the A side. It means Durka's got a challenge coming his way. Sayonara though pops Hunter's Fury. It's found a target. One locked, one damaged. Durka though sent running backwards. And so Yumpy decides to strike, but now he's on the backside alone. He's surrounded. It doesn't even know it. As Wu picks up a double. This has fallen into Heretics' favor. And a cosmic divide. Chronicle will get a little bit closer on the back of this. There's a gap. He could walk through this now. It would be a crazy risk, and I think he might do it when Prophet gets here. But they wait long enough that now that gap is gone. Heretics way back on A main, and they've got post plan.
He has been checking every second or so, but it doesn't matter. Boom is quicker on the trigger. Retrieved once. It's just the amount of confidence he had.
That deep for the fight, but to have Wu dash in with him, like the second that he takes that space, you're so conditioned to think the Neon is ahead of the pack that you don't expect there to be a second element of dive that quickly in position. And from there, the round is done.
It fits more with their Lotus because you have the same when he's on the raise, like he can be in at the same time.
I do think combo-wise this on the attack is going to give you, if you want to play that way, if you want to play the deep Neon early.
Oh, see you later.
That is incredibly unlucky.
Un peu de kill en travers d'instance.
For that exact reason.
Travers cette caisse.
It's why we saw people trying the waylay, but then when you removed that utility,
mauvaise chance.
When you get stun, it's not quite as
get in, stun, get out all
du mal aujourd'hui.
Half a second. It does become a bit more difficult. Kron's got this.
Et l'open kill de Chronicle alors. Deuxième open kill.
This is where before we saw Vitality just start to fire flashes and swing out for haymakers.
Et il va prendre la même position.
I doubt we're going to see that again.
I think that's a mistake. You only really make once.
Il va faire le même kill.
Already seeing a pause. Called by the other side, but
il regarde
some time to talk over their own issues. And the problem for Heretics here is they are down to 35 seconds. Yeah, sure, you've spotted the trap, but if anything, shooting it has just held Durka to this side. Patience from Chronicle, but he is dealt with. Rien's doing well, and because of it, Durka feels, okay, I need to find something here, I need to get out. And it's swung back into their favor once again.
Yeah, you say you won't see that mistake again, but we just did. It's the same thing. Chronicle going out for a kill that they absolutely didn't need. The retake would have been fine, and now it will be tested with a thinner margin for error. Koshmaras caught. They don't know that he's close right, but doesn't take a genius to guess that dealing with him could be a different story. Numbers equalize. He goes out for more. Boom! Now has to
et ça ira rapido trade.
Vitality.
Swing in their favor. This one just a couple of bullets. Rien's trading out. Boo holding for anybody attempting to escape.
Last player standing.
But Vitality still go marching on these defensive rounds. Got the ults coming along.
Le rapide avec un autre draft dash a failli.
but only one knife worth of time. And
C'est
now they
longtemps.
have to go.
Sayonara runs into the bookie.
draft
That's an unfortunate
des
meeting
cordes.
inside of Smoke, a story that we know exactly how it ends. Yumpy's just
Tout donné.
straight through the smoke. Obviously, his ult gives him away here and there. And clearly, they used it as tracers. Benji wrapping around and getting the free kill onto a man looking the other way. And now, well, Prophet dealt with after one. The death ball on side is going till Durka wraps around.
Comment il y est arrivé là, Derke?
Inside a smoke, a story that we know exactly how it ends.
Trappe
Yumpy's
à
just
cause
straight through
de
the smoke.
Yampy et
Obviously,
il
his
va
ult
dans le
gives him
flanc.
away here and there.
Et ils
Clearly, they used it as
ils
tracers.
réapparaissent, mais
Benji wrapping
Derke est
around
passé
and
déjà
getting
dans le
the free
flanc.
kill onto a man looking the other way, and now, well, Prophet
Prophet tient
dealt
un
with after
peu,
one. The death ball
mais
on side
il
is
tue les
going
deux.
till Durka wraps around.
Et il y aura
Completely
Nicole
blindsided
qui
in
tue
the air.
BGV.
I'm guessing
Là, c'est sur
after those moments was still
un peu de naïveté, mais
still
c'est
see that
tellement,
the trip is available.
tellement
He's already fully behind them
précis.
because he's managed to wrap around while you didn't realize.
C'est impossible de se dire, ouais, il a pu passer.
That's a couple of
Naïf.
times now that Durka has been able to exploit him. He wasn't forced to play Neon in the last couple of maps, but I'll be honest, maybe he should have been.
Yeah, maybe, and I mean, I hate to say this, but maybe Pal knows what he's doing.
Ugh.
No,
Don't
no,
you just
that
feel
sounded
dirty?
wrong. That
Waiting
sounded wrong.
for-
I take it back. Scott's got some
Things that you can only do on Neon.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he wouldn't have been there anywhere near as quick if he was playing any, because he's been doing it in.
Alors,
The buys are only getting worse as well. The last one wasn't even a full one. They had a blade storm that made it that little bit.
Muritis monte sur le B, sur une rapide,
Now they come in
double
with
fake smoke,
very little to
triple
play
fake smoke.
Wasn't
Pourquoi?
even a full one. They had a blade storm
À
that made
une,
it that
deux.
little bit better, but
Ok, t'as double fake smoke.
now they come in with very
Écoute,
little
la
to play
smoke
with.
de Profecté une seule.
And so this will be the round that they win. Knowing Team
Smoke,
Heretics
smoke.
deep
Et
on
stun.
elbow. Prophet somehow got that
Mais ça
second
ignorera.
before going down.
Pique après le stun.
It
Profect
did
fait
not
2
look like
kills.
it. That's a sneaky
Rien
play by
peut
Rienzo.
avoir un
Catch
timing.
the man further
Non,
back, he
Yampy
with a real
tient la
chance
smoke.
of winning the round. But yeah,
Et Yampy détruit.
map that Vital
I think if they were 0-2 down. But now you get,
Peut-être 2, c'est.
so far it's only been blips on the
Conflit.
radar of Vitality. And then when you get into those middle maps, you're going to be the one with the advantage and the potential momentum. Heretics not wanting to allow that. They are taking a pacey hit, but Prophet, even while
Prophet,
hit by the
il a-
seas, has been able to not only survive, but thrive.
Oh, well, Yumpy gets it done.
Yampy qui essaye de cut au milieu, mais Profect fait un triple
Now it's
kill.
Boo alone with a judge to work with. On the opposite side of that cosmic divide, Durka. Well, I think he just shot at him while jumping up there, so he's definitely given the game away. Wasn't with the judge though. He had it on lock. If Boo walked through, he was going to be blasted in the
Il a
backside.
été vu.
Now,
Non
well,
Oui,
it's not
sûrement
going
il
to be
tire
much
comme ça,
easier
mais
facing
je crois pas qu'il a
into
été vu.
Chronicles operator in the open
Oh.
with Sayonara and Durka ready to swing on the
Il
back
fake
of it.
smoke, et là il a été vu.
Okay.
I like the idea.
He'll get a shot off. He'll
Okay.
even take down Sayonara. Don't count Boo out. He's had some big rounds so far. The battle
Le
Boo.
bout peut remonter.
Even going to secure the spike, but they've stepped through. They've stepped in, but I think the Neon Ball blocked that shot almost. It's given Boo
Peut être
away
naïf
back
sur la
in.
néon.
Even a 1v1.
Et il naïf sur la
He
néon.
doesn't
Voilà.
expect Durka to be playing so brazen.
Peu nult.
8 angles.
That's a bit risky. The second, third, fourth, and fifth one, a bridge too far each time. That was ridiculous.
It's alright. He's got a super team of players to back him up. There might be one that
Ça fait de la pression hard.
many will consider a villain at this point. I'm sure some of the hate watchers have even closed.
Cette
the
smoke elle est
stream
vraiment
after seeing
intéressante
this
pour
scoreline.
la
Maybe
smoke
they'll come
hard,
back to map 3, and that's
tu peux
something
jouer à
that
l'intérieur
Heretics might have
c'est
to
fort,
start
tu peux
thinking
jouer à
about.
l'extérieur
This has
si tu fais une one way.
been so utterly dominant. If anything, it's only been the mistakes they made themselves, and those have been fading as the game goes on. Squeaky clean once again. Boo left with a clutch, no spike, and even more players than last time.
You know, I do agree
Et
with
remporte
many,
les
I'm
trades
sorry,
du
Boo,
temps.
to treat this like you're not going to win, but you're not going to win.
Tant
They
pis.
get a little worried on the first shot. The first shot.
C'est pas un 360, c'est un 720 là.
Leaving your best map for third and Vitality's position is not really what he'd like to do. In his theory,
I will, bro. What a team player, bro. First, last drive knife me, now 360 no scope.
with your comfort, but the benefit for Vitality here, midway through the series, they just get this weight lifted off their shoulders. They look like the better team. There's synergies there, and also any issues we've seen in the early stages should now be fixed for map 4, map 5, because they've got to really stick to the plan, stick to the system, and had a huge reward for it. It puts Heretics in this position where they have battled in close games, but now halfway through a series, they're made to look like the worst team. Has its own value.
Ça, Yunara qui fait des dégâts avec son ult. 80-80 plus 5, donc 320. 320 de dégâts. Et les trades se passent bien. Ça va être un 9-3. Hein. Putain, un 19. 10-2 pour Vita. Bon, juste à mettre 3 rounds. Je sais pas s'il y avait une. Attends, je sais pas s'il y avait une reveal. Le reveal non, il n'y avait pas de reveal. Juste réaction, réaction et du dégât. Allez. Oh. Voilà, comme ça. C'est un petit peu trop. Hop. C'est bon là? Ça prend le bon kill. Help, help. Aidez-le. Et ça a pris un timing. Bonne des défenseurs. 3v3.
I didn't see Astra though. Yeah. I'm planting for 6. Yeah, I'm gonna go back A main. Yeah, I think they will come A main. Derek, when you plant, go back to
je crois qu'ils sont un peu loin.
Can you take my city?
Spike planted.
Yeah, 1 HP down.
Un peu loin.
What do you want to take?
Like, it's fine, it's fine.
They smoked out. Could be walking out, boys.
I'm going. We have pull for the bomb. You don't need to play Derek. We have pull for the bomb.
Yeah, on site, on site.
On site. Cypher out. Look, we are gonna pull first. We're gonna pull first.
T'as le pull.
Pulling.
Et là, faut y aller.
I can stun after, ask.
Stun.
Faut y aller.
Could be on.
Could be on. Bad stun, bad stun.
C'est un stun, mais c'est.
Could be on. Still could be on.
Last player standing.
Oh, and see, boys.
It's okay.
Pistol round is.
Ouais, ils sont un peu loin, Vita là.
Solid from them. Obviously, a little disjointed.
Ça, il n'arrête
towards the end. I think the low HP.
There's a little delay, and then help, just in case they forgot.
You know, at least he didn't panic.
Voilà ce qu'il essaie de faire un kill, mais
Never lost sight of what he
ce
wanted.
sera l'autre côté de la map. Faire l'open kill.
That's a nice early opening. Yumpy down. The judge has done so much damage to Chronicle from miles away.
Et là, il va se donner.
Easy conversion. Now the smoke is making the dangerous. They can get close. They can wrap through to spawn, but even as they do,
Ça tire à travers smoke, il n'y a aucune
not until that trap is broken. One of the few teams you'll see putting this in play for a long, long time.
Ça va casser le trap.
Whoops.
Ça va casser le trap.
At least that's removed, and I think that's going
Et
to
ça
have
va
to be
aider.
something that Vitality
Et
consider
plus
a
loin,
lot.
ça
If
serait
you're
déjà
not
bien.
holding that double door space, and instead it's that deep in, if you go to break a trip, it could get risky. Now, I like to talk like these rounds don't matter, because a lot of the time, they shouldn't, but the headhunters
Big
already
smoke,
the victim.
et ça
Luckily, Wood is here to put
Non,
numbers
ça.
back
Big smoke.
convincingly in Heretics' favor.
Maxies. Ah, mais on peut y aller, mais on peut. Et Wood fait 4 kills. C'est récurrent chez lui. Multi-kill.
Vitality. In fact, if they had won the pistol, we'd already be getting ready for the next map.
C'est fort.
Well, a win here is going to really start to convince me that the drums are in the deep, that the march is on for Heretics to climb back into this one, but
Ça va les
The fire beneath the mountain needs to burn bright. If they're to have any hope of recovering,
That's not bad.
That is one hell of a shot. And now the judge is given an opportunity, one that isn't converted to a kill, but with Chronicle on 14 HP, he's actually had a worse run of it this time than in the previous. The judge has certainly sunk its teeth into a key member of Vitality. This is a great start for Heretics. They need to avoid giving opportunities away, though, and I fear that's what Kosh is about to do.
Did he just DC for a second? Like, just stood completely still. Luckily, he's got Riens nearby who
3v4.
will take down an opponent. Pressure still on Chronicle. Remember, is desperately low. That is still a nice shot. Sayonara is also cleared up. Boo, who was sat back, watching the other direction. What started as a round that could have picked up the pace in their comeback might just be one where they trip and fall. And once more, Vitality have just paused. You can see the doubt. Look at Woot starting to go back in the other direction. Weaponry being swapped as well. It lets them know that there's still a player at the back of this site. Now, Benji is healthy. He has a chance. Timing's good. Not the cleanest of shots, but the second one is. And now leads it on to the man who is tagged to 14 by the judge.
Ça va
There's
perdre
nothing really he could do here. Holding on to the gun.
Benji fait un beau double.
It's the right play. And unless they make silly mistakes, which they will not, it is going to be. Never should have been.
The spike.
Yeah, no.
No, like if that was Boo, I'd be like he's setting up a smoke or something, you know. But I don't know what my boy was doing.
Très bloqué.
But still, the worry is that Vitality, again, we said this, right? They had this map to fix the system to avoid
Bloqué de Benji.
I'll say though that it is just in play already to get this over the line. They just need someone to far down. Jet, there's not going to be much default about your.
Alors ça va aller.
From the very start, the barrier's going up, and indeed, that's exactly what we'll see. Koshmaris had a lot of value last time. Same position, in fact, further back with the judge, but now, tucked in the corner, that smoke is up. They should be cautious of it, and it's an opportunity. If they can get the kill cleanly with these weaker weapons, they stand a good. Oh my goodness, Kosh, what are we doing? He's playing so risky, but he gets out of there. I saw the sheriff come out. I thought he was going to wide swing it, but luckily he fails on both that idea and this hold, and they move back to A.
Yeah, I think especially in the sort of round it is. It's a low buy, a hero rifle that was saved from the previous round, and nothing more. Ultimates, if Sayonara can get a plant, maybe he could cause a little bit of disarray. For now though, with 3 players sat within this A site, a very deep position as well from Woot, knowing that they're not coming towards B. They have the trip, and they also have Benji Fishy and Koshmaris in this corner, but he hasn't managed to connect. Decent trade from Chronicle, but Boo is there to save the day. 2 kills already. Riens still standing a fragment, making things a little bit more awkward, and the judge has been retrieved across of the site. They've still managed to retrieve at least an additional rifle, and Yumpy's found another.
He's gonna run, surely. Go to B for the plant, but they're worried about that mid push having come through. Boo, his 3rd kill of the round's just been found. The spike picked up 8 seconds. No time if they can interrupt this plant. No time if they can interrupt it, and they will. Boo, counting in his from a 10. And sending them off that stage in record time. Then they know we have to fight.
I think as well, like, it's dangerous, but we need other players other than Boo. Like, Boo has been someone that has saved them in many rounds throughout this series, but that shouldn't have been a round that they needed to be saved.
Sure.
Now, the fact he has, brilliant.
Yeah.
It's going to light the fire. You hear the Riens screaming, you hear them getting hyped up. But there needs to be more. Koshmaris getting caught a couple of times in silly scenarios. It can't happen if you're going to streak this many rounds together.
How many more rounds before Riens has his moment? Running out of time as Boo just keeps on delivering. There is the Hunter's Fury landing for a tag and the kill. Boo, the danger man, has been removed, but There's still so many more dangers lurking around for Vitality. Yumpy, 18 HP, can pop the ult and run on in, get res back up, but they'll need some serious security on the site for that. And the problem, if they move towards B to make that run-down play,
j'arrive pas à mettre en attaque pour l'instant.
Pop the ult, you can run right through the trap. If Cypher wasn't on the other side of the map, Benji is playing so far away from his utility that they'll still run through that, and then they'll have to deal with Woot, who not only has the AWP for the first challenge, but the Blade Storm back-pocketed for any real danger. I mean, they need a miracle to get back into this, and they're running out of time to even attempt one.
Yeah, I like the idea from Yumpy is just going to try and sell them a ruse, keep some players on that side of the map, but this involves a whiffed shot from Woot, and while in that tight of an angle, I don't think there's any odds of that happening. Yumpy too far away. Prophet is just going for broke. He's going to try and stick this, and there was no...
Et Wout fait le kill.
For a couple rounds now, the things were getting dangerous, but he might not have went for it.
On se fait chier. Non, en vrai, non, ça va. Un peu plus de dynamisme. Plus de choses qui se passent que sur la Lotus. Lotus, c'est vraiment contrôle. Puis, par un niveau. Ça, c'était marrant. Allez.
So, Heretics have also just had the time to talk. The coaches.
Flèche. Que fait-elle? Que fait cette flèche? Je sais pas, je crois que je sais.
Will just be filling their players with further confidence, going, okay, you've managed to get 2 pauses out of them.
Ça casse le trap. C'est stylé. Et comment tu la mets?
Voyons s'ils sont là. Voyons s'ils sont là. Je révèle la zone.
Regardez ça.
Je révèle la zone. Voyons s'ils sont là.
C'est stylé. Mais comme ça. T'as un petit creux. À peu près. Le petit creux, tu fais. Charge. La petite. Il est. Bravo Yampu. D'ailleurs. On va retravailler ça.
In the last 5 rounds.
Je sais pas si t'as travaillé avec quelqu'un d'autre. Et il y a un push à 4.
Or the boot, depending who you ask.
Heretics.
It's up for debate.
Oh, that's unfortunate. If that trip wasn't triggered, they'd have a lot of players coming away. Instead, Prophet got closer, somehow got the double. And now look how much danger Kashima Harris is in.
Et fait le dernier kill.
Vitality, man, how do they do it?
Gagner leur premier round en attaque
comme ça. Working out for them. Heretics triple push A long, and the patient display on the defensive side have worked. But after a timeout, they decide to come in with something new and.
Les chroniques.
Oh my goodness, that timing as well. That is just salt in the wound. The only thing new is the taste of defeat in this.
Est-ce qu'il va prendre l'OP?
And that is the fact. They push versus the eco. They get caught out because of it. No more check.
Il a pris l'OP.
I'm not sure that was something
totalement
that would be called. No. But nonetheless.
Ah, c'est marrant
that
ça.
Was something that would be called.
No.
But nonetheless.
Ça c'est marrant.
Unless, if we are going to hear some calls, let's listen in to Heretics.
My ult is ready. Or
Stabilize on the. I mean, guys, keep me on it.
Keep me. I keep it.
Je
Don't worry.
pas trop le...
You can go towards mid, guys. You can go anywhere. Don't question yourself, okay?
Yeah. Let's peek. One, two.
Area FK, buddy.
Flashed. Chill. Drafted. Guys, go towards. Come to me. Connector. We fight connector.
I still have aim in.
I'm holding your fucking art. Let's peek. One, two.
Double doors as a gap.
Now I'm just gonna prowler this, okay?
Let's play a bit more forward.
Okay. Close all.
Can you clear it?
Prendre
I
le
prowler again.
Fade ult?
feeling.
Yeah, I ult, bro. There is all.
Could be on your right, guys.
Yes, on your right, Kier.
No one?
Ça met le wall.
Literally no one. I go back.
Ult.
I will play
Entre,
defensive now, guys. Time.
KO running it. Guys, 3A. It's gonna be
Et
A.
Benji.
Guys, a lot
KO.
A.
I can ult for you guys to block, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm pulling for you now.
I got tagged.
I pulled it. Try to.
They're down behind you.
I cannot.
Nice. KO minus
Serke
18.
qui fait un double kill.
I'm coming to you. It's still playable.
They're on art.
Watch
out.
Well, Durka dishing out death in art. He's already
J'aime bien prendre le art.
seems Torien shows up. We asked how long before this man finds his form again. How long will he be quiet? Well, he's already done so much, but so much more
Chronicle fait le
needed.
kill.
And Chronicle stacks the advantage for Vitality.
Là, même
with
s'il
another
fait son shot, il y avait Derke derrière en
point
Claudin.
for Vi. Means
Tout le gameplay cauchemarasse.
3 games in a row.
Et 12-7. Plus qu'un round pour Vita pour qu'il gagne la map.
It sounded a little scrappy, trying to find out desperately what their opponents were doing, and by the time they did, it all seemed over. They've still got weaponry for this round. Doubling up, waiting for this swing to come in, but it is not clean. The Rians of last round is dead, and now he must watch.
Oh, that flash is
La
nasty.
flash, il
Kosh
est vraiment...
doesn't stand a chance
Champi,
in
il est vraiment un bon
Vitality.
caillou en vrai.
2 kills away.
C'est vraiment un
This
bon joueur
map being theirs from
de
a
base.
2-1 scoreline, and although
4
Heretics
v2.
they had that resurgence, they really put up a fight starting out this half, but the streak seems to be put to bed. Chronicle with another, and it's just a formality now. Woot in the 1v4.
Là, il va faire un kill. Est-ce que tu arriveras à faire un miracle?
Will be his end. There it is. 13-7, locked in. Vitality.
Alors, on va se mettre sur la map. Est-ce que on fait la split puis la Haven ou on se lag? Ouais, lag up pour demain. On manquera à peu près 2 heures. Ouais, 2 heures ça nous met bien. Mais j'ai un peu la flemme. Je vois, je parti. Donc en vrai, moi je vous dis, je vais manger un petit truc là, j'arrête le stream. Je vais manger un petit truc, je reviens avant le premier. J'ai envie, ranked. Et ah, une oreille qui dirait que je suis fou. Et c'est vrai. Je regarde totalement mon arcade. Et je dirais que j'arrête là mon stream. La review pour l'analyse. La game, mais on va la lancer, on va en lancer un autre live juste après que je dois manger. On garde la deuxième partie de la review de dernière map, peut-être les plus intéressantes, même si il y a des trolls aux côtés de Vita et Pretty. Il y a des choses intéressantes à garder pour demain. Voilà. Bon, je vous redis, donc, allez, 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes. Voilà. Bon, j'ai un petit truc de l'autre côté aussi.